And out of the depth comes...
Out of nowhere.
Nice.
Oh my god, I love your name on Roll20.
Huh? What?
Sid and
Yeah,
Hazel.
And Hazel.
Yep. That's correct.
Oh, man. Did everyone roll level 12? They're level 12 now. Shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
I rolled a 5.
That's a big deal
Maximum.
for you.
Yes.
That's a big deal. Oh my gosh. So yeah, we'll give everybody a minute to get in here. And Julia, I am so sorry.
What happened? Because of my two characters?
Oh, I'm so sorry for the other night. I'm a dumb ass.
You...
Hey!
Oh, that's what you mean. Oh, it's okay. It happens.
I'm a dumb ass. I apparently can't. Also, time zones confuse me, and I'm a moron.
Time
And
zones are confusing.
yeah, they messaged me. They were like, "Where are you? I'm like, what are you talking about? Our game's the next night." And they're like, "No, it's right now." And I was like, "Fuck."
Okay.
Time zones are confusing.
That was my bad. That was my bad. So we rescheduled it.
It happens. It's gonna be next week.
Next Friday.
This time, it's
Yeah.
your Friday at 8 p.m.
Thank you. Yes, that's what I thought it was. I was so confused. It got very confusing.
Because it's 11 a.m. Saturday for us. 10 a.m. for us.
yeah. That's what I. Yeah. Okay. Oh my gosh. I messaged you. I'm like, I would never be late to anything.
I know. So we were like worried. Oh, because we saw you were online in Discord, and we were like, oh, we hope everything's okay. Because Hallie's usually never late. I was telling them. What happened?
Yeah, but being late or not there is my thing. You can do that. I have copyright, you know.
Oh my gosh. Oh, do we have now? See, I'm afraid to hit reconnect because I'll lose a camera. I just can't see Volcar.
No, that's normal. I'm not gonna.
No worries.
I feel and probably look like shit right now.
No, oh man. Well, I'm glad you're here.
Yeah,
Yay!
I will do my best.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I got chicken to power up with.
Hey, good plan. I like that plan. That's a
Yeah.
good plan.
It's fine. It balances out. Volcar is a pretty dwarf. Everything is fine.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So I have some dice. Should we just give away mystery dice? They're in these little bags.
Ooh.
I don't know. You're the one who has the dice.
I know. Should we just okay. So we'll do that. I think around, if we can take like a 5-10 minute, depending on where we're at, because obviously I'm not going to take a break in the middle of a fight or anything, but around-ish 12:30. So somewhere around in there.
Yeah.
And we'll just do like a word in chat, and someone can roll a die for me, and whatever number comes up, that's who we go with.
Cool.
We'll do that. Yeah. And the don't forget, everyone, that our illustrious Dwarf Jesus has offered up his Mighty Nine mini set from the Kickstarter, which is impossible to get a hold of right now because it's sold out everywhere.
That's huge.
It's like a collector's item right now.
Yeah.
So he's going to give that away. Open International. You can check her Twitter for more info on that. Just RT, the original tweet. Our wonderful secret is keeping track of everybody for us. Yep. And we didn't ask for people to follow us, and people followed us. It was so nice.
Yeah.
I think it's
Should we link that tweet in the chat?
Yes, if someone wants to grab that and just throw that link in there, that'd be great. Thank you. One of these days I will get Yes.
So far, it's 48 people who have entered.
Hey! That's, I think, more than we've ever done.
Damn.
And it's open until this coming Friday. So Friday or Saturday.
So I may have told the people in Ask Weave's Discord.
Oh!
Oh no.
It was the other Chris's fault. Got it. Understood. Oh man. We're just waiting on Dwarf Jesus. And yes, Julia is gonna have to play 2 characters for a while, so we'll see.
Oh no.
Bless your
Yay!
soul. Oh my gosh. You're so
I
cute.
can do it.
A turtle and a tiger.
Oh yeah.
The turtle and the tiger. Sounds like a, I don't know, like an
sounds like
animal legend, like a turtle and the tiger
It's-
went to
it's-
do a race.
It
No.
sounds like a fable title.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like a fable, yeah.
Like an Aesop's fable, but it's yeah. It's the first
The
STD fable.
turtle, the monkey, the tiger, and the wolf.
Oh no, that's not better.
It's-
I know
Sounds so
it's not. I know it sounds so bad. I know. I still occasionally
That's
get that
amazing. person
who's like, "Wait, you know?" Yes, we are aware.
Wait, yep. Mm-hmm.
We know!
I'm so
Yes.
proud.
I know. Like, we get it. Totally, we get it.
We're a whole
Sorry,
menagerie
my
of
doorbell.
species, and we roll around and cause trouble and devastation. That's exactly on brand.
Hello.
Mm-hmm. Is that a quiet
Yeah,
Jesus?
voice.
It was a quiet
It's
Jesus.
a quiet Jesus.
It's a quiet
I
Jesus.
think that is the correct tweet.
Crispy.
No, you're still quiet.
Is that the right one that I linked?
I think so. Hold on, let me check.
Looks like it.
That is correct. Yep, the correct link is in chat, you guys, to go enter. All you gotta do is
Success.
hit that RT button, and that's it.
So organised. It's great.
I never feel like I'm organized. It's like that always feels way worse than that. Oh, Ren!
I'm here. What? Hello?
Yes, you're still
Still too
Hi.
quiet. Okay, hold on. Let me check
Good,
your.
quiet Jesus.
Because I know we turned my original mic down, so.
Keep talking.
Hello?
Boosting.
Hello? Test.
You're a
mean,
you're a little quiet, but it's tolerable.
I have you
I
at
mean, I can
200%.
switch back 'cause I have my old mic, so I
No,
can
no,
just
no.
change it in Discord.
You sound very clear.
Sounds really good.
Yeah.
Okay. Aww.
Just in general.
Yeah,
Aw.
very
Let's
clear, just not loud.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like maybe you need
let
to
me see if
boost
I
or
can-
something. The
Yeah. Because I haven't messed
Technical
with the actual mic.
difficulties.
yep, it's tradition.
Yeah, I know. I would be disappointed if we didn't
Yeah.
have them. And I do apologize ahead of time. There's literally nothing I can do about the dropped frames because Twitch is being a dick to everybody, apparently. So it's causing lots of issues lately, and I wonder why. So there's a theory on that. That tea's really hot. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
What do you expect?
Well, but it's been sitting there for a while. Like, it should have cooled off by now. Hey! Alright.
Okay.
Everybody's here! I'm
We
excited.
got a complete party.
Yay!
Yay!
Kermit Arms, yay! Alright, so before we get started, does anyone have anything? Other than all of the stuff that we're apparently doing now. Anyone got anything going on? I like all the
Well-
blank stares.
I would like to say that I have something, but this whole plan about running a game fell through because I don't have any players. They're all super busy.
Oh no! Oh no!
So, you know, if any of our viewers are looking for a game, let me know.
Yeah! Go find Squirrel Games. He's on
Yep.
Twitter.
Yep,
He's in chat right now.
I am.
Woohoo! All right. I need. Oh, my background music left. No. Okay. I'm triple checking all of my like mic settings and audio settings. I'm just paranoid
Imagine-
something's not working.
Just imagine for a second a world in which the DM creates nothing but sunglass-worthy puns. That's like, that's what I'm imagining. It's
Oh
like-
my gosh. Alright, so we're gonna turn that music down just a little bit because it's atmosphere for the players, not for you on stream. Sorry about that. Okay, so... Okay, bump that down. All right.
There we go.
Hey, awesome. Yes, so in chat, Volcar just put in his stuff for contact. So go get in a game, yo. Go do it now. Now. Go now.
We did, and look where we are.
Yeah, right. I know,
Look
right?
look where we ended up.
True story.
You wound up with me, which is terrifying. So, oh no. Okay, so recap real quick. You all had been traveling underground after falling through a mine. It's fine. Right, Alicia? It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. After falling
Super
through a
fine.
mine, it's super fine. And you figured, well, we might as well continue forward because we've been given this hint that there might be another relic down here. Traveled and you traveled and you traveled quite a bit. You ran into a little kobold named Scal, who had apparently not killed her owner, we'll say, but just left him to die after he fell. You know, it's fine. And she wanted a way out, and you guys started to see daylight towards the end of the tunnel. Oh, and also you fought a banshee. Remember her? They're all like, yep.
Vaguely.
Yeah.
I
She
mean,
was loud.
banshees are so beneath us.
Oh, damn.
Not this one.
Famous last words.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she was kind of nasty
Yeah.
because she was the banshee of Fabiana Delacrane. So ran
Who
into
we keep killing.
who you keep
and who
killing.
keeps coming
God
back.
damn it!
One of these days it's gonna stick.
There are balls. More magical balls. You took your kobold friend out to where you saw daylight, and Hazel showed up.
Yay!
Yay.
Neuraxis has his battle buddy back. So anyways, you guys have all gathered. This is literally where we're at right now. You can see the map. And you are standing in front of this strange well of arcane energy. And Ellie is standing there. Istis, I think we'll use her proper name. Kind of holography, wavery, not completely corporeal, kind of blue-tinted gnome woman as you recognize her from Tabernacle's Global Emporium. And she just kind of points at the well of energy behind her. I think you're looking for this.
Oh, where are you looking for this?
No, I thought it'd be another. You know those little statues? So there was a broken anvil one, and it showed me like another one somewhere along here, but that's kind of big.
Well,
Or maybe it's in there.
she just points at Volcar and winks.
Oh no, I don't do water. That's not. Hey
I
Sid.
think she has a thing for you, Thunderbird. Yes? What is it?
If that's deep, would you mind getting the statue?
Sure. What will you give me in return?
Anybody? Anybody want to take this? It's like-
How
I mean, you
how about
started
some
it.
cookies? What flavor? Whichever flavor you want. All right, you've got the deal. You're lucky your friend here is good at negotiating. I guess I'll go. Sid will go and inspect the well.
Okay. Sid, the minute you start stepping up to it, you could just feel it's like charged ions in the air. You can feel what's almost like static electricity just bouncing. And you guys can see from back here, it's funny because no one quite followed her up. There's little arcs of lightning coming off of her shell.
Ooh, lightning.
And Sid, you can feel your magic being pulled to the surface. It's almost like I need you to
really?
roll a D100 for me.
Oh God.
My favorite reaction ever.
Wait. Roll 1d100.
Yeah. 37.
There you go.
Okay.
37.
You almost... What's your highest level spell?
6.
Okay. And what do you have available there?
Chain lightning. It's
Chain
only
lightning.
6 levels.
Okay. That is the one that starts to... You can feel it forming in your hands, in between your hands. And you watch Sid slowly turn around, and then you clamp down on the instinct. This, whatever source is here, is just pulling at your magic, wanting it to be unleashed. So anyone that is arcane in nature, not divine, if you have arcane abilities, you're going to have to roll a d100 to get close to this thing.
I guess I'm not getting close.
So, do I have to? So, like, do I have to feeling if as Sid? This is Sid speaking. Okay, so if Sid gets closer to the thing, like, it will pull out her magic, or it will force her to cast a spell. Is that what's happening?
It just felt like it was. This is a pure source of arcane energy, and it wants you to cast. It wants you to kind of meet it halfway, and Ellie's just kind of stepped out. Istis has kind of stepped out of the way to see what is happening. But once you clamp down on that instinct, that desire to cast your spell, you feel better. She just kind of nods at you and says, well, it's less of a well. I realize it looks like water. It's less of a well and more a passage. This is, as far as I know, the only place where you could actually travel to one of the few planes that's connected to the first world. This is interplanar travel.
Yeah, I turn to her and say, I don't think my amazing breath control is going to help with this one. So I feel like the ancient god thing is more like your wheelhouse. So be my guest. And Sid steps aside.
Okay.
Do we want to go there?
Well, we need the other, statue, and this is where it said to. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hazel just steps next to Elijah and whispers into her, I have no idea what's going on right now, but I love being back.
Elijah's gonna whisper back, I love having you back, to be quite honest. I am also not quite sure what is going on right now.
Cool. So, ancient gods, no clue what's going on. Business as always.
Exactly. And I'm gonna do something stupid. I'm gonna walk up to the fountain.
Yes!
I rolled a d20 to see if I would do it. And enough to do it, and I rolled a 20.
Oh, there you go.
I can see how my cousin wanted out of this madness.
Alicia, go ahead and roll D100 for me. D1. Oh, really? Okay, yeah, you're okay. Again, what's your highest level spell, just for flavor?
It's also level and 6. It would be Globe of Invulnerability.
Okay. That would have been funny.
Yeah.
So you can, and you can't, you know that you don't need to be casting that right now. There's no need for it. This is silly. Why would I be wasting my energy? Kind of a thing. But that instinct was there to cast. Okay, Volkar.
Yep, Volkar shrugs and walks up.
Okay, yeah, 2 of your companions.
For the lulz.
If you roll a 39, I'm gonna laugh. They've rolled a 37 and a 38 so far.
Boink.
Boink. 45, okay.
Still not too far.
No, it's not, and you're fine. You're fine.
Yay.
You actually managed to fight it off a little bit better. You don't struggle quite as hard. as your companions who had stepped up there first, and it's just like, and what's your highest level? It's 6th, right?
Yeah, do you want to know the spell?
Yeah, what would it be? You have choices, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Would be either Synaptic Static or Destructive Wave.
Now see, that would have been funny.
Oh dear.
My level 6 are very offensive.
Yes, they are. It's fantastic. Okay, so there you go. That's and so far everyone seems to be doing okay. Sid had to fight a little bit harder, but
it's hard to keep this much raw energy contained.
What are you talking about?
I don't think she means the spells.
I give Norexus a wink.
I think Norexus looks at Estes, Ellie. We'll go with Estes.
Estes is easier.
Do we just go in it?
Yeah, you just sorry, my door's
magic
about
words,
to slam
or do we
shut.
just...
There we go. It's the wind. She's yeah, I mean, so it's a weird spot down there. It's gonna kind of look like the Underdark. There was a version of that, we'll say, in the world you all came from, except for, and she just kind of looks at Sid again. Sorry. Don't mean to disclude you, but to Sid, it's going
that's fine, darling.
kind of look like the Underdark. This is also how you gain passage to Celestian's gift, and she looks directly over at Hazel. You could reach it by going through the mountains yourselves, but it would be extremely dangerous and would take you a month.
So it's a shortcut.
It's a shortcut. A little more dangerous. Maybe.
How?
I think you all know them as, well, I don't know if you use the same word. Mushroom people? Myconoids?
Mushrooms.
Yeah.
You fucking
Oh,
serious?
the mushroom folk.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. Someone's
We
going to have
saw
to
one
fill
of
me in.
those.
What in the hells is a mushroom person?
We
don't have
saw
to
like
Doesn't
a
sound
big,
dangerous at all.
we saw a big mushroom person at some point, I think.
Yeah, I also have memories.
Was that a mushroom?
Mhm.
Do you
Those weird things in the
remember-
Feywild.
There have been some things that were
okay, well.
close to that, and there was also a weird laughing tree that you encountered before you got to Ralishaz's spot in the mountains. That was weird, just like you'd never seen anything like it before, but you guys snuck past it. It's like
Yep.
one of the few times you've
We
ever
did.
done that.
Sometimes we just
Yeah, I
don't feel
remember.
like fighting.
Yeah, it's
Doesn't
fair.
happen often, but sometimes.
Every now and then. Yeah, you wouldn't really know. She describes them as they're sentient fungi people who are semi-intelligent, but often used as guards and workers by the various other species who live below the well, we'll call it.
Is that thing like, is it ground level or is there some kind of railing or something?
Wait, say that again. I'm sorry.
Is it ground level or is there some kind of railing or how does it look? That thing.
Yeah, is it like sunk in the
That
floor? Or do
whale
we have
thing.
to like jump in?
Portal.
You would have to step into it, but it's pretty shallow looking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Volkar just shrugs and steps into it, saying, "Well, I'm kind of a fun guy myself, so let's go."
Oh. All right. Volkar activates the portal, and he's gone.
Yay! I'm gone.
He's
Okay,
just,
bye. It was fun.
He's just gone. It's
There
such
goes
a.
the bard.
There goes the bard, and this just goes, well, right, impetuous. Need to remember that. Need to remember that. Was gonna tell you about the areas of magic that will make you unable to cast spells, but never mind. And she just waves you all through.
Yeah.
Wait. Sid would quickly like to step up to this. So you're another like deity, I assume.
A fragment of one.
Okay, that works. Could you look out for this little one while we're going into the crazier magic pool? And I point at Scout, who I assume is like
way back, slowly petting the wolf.
There she is. Okay. Yeah, could you maybe make sure that this one stays safe? I assume you don't have anything better to do right now, so.
Right. Well, there's a kobold camp not far from here, so I'm sure I can direct her in the right way. And you just see Scowl just cowering back there, petting. Which wolf is this?
Cinnamon.
It's Cinnamon Bun. Okay, that's right. Just petting Cinnamon, just back there, very slowly, and Cinnamon's kind of leaning into it. Yeah, I can do that. Sure.
Yeah. I think Hazel is gonna go like, "Oh, do you want Cinnamon to go with you?" To Scout, like, she can.
Yes. Is that okay?
Yeah. Right, Cinnamon. Can you accompany this little kobold safely? And you can meet up with us again at some point.
The wolf just kind of huffs out an icy breath, and Scowl immediately jumps on her back and grabs her fur. Charge!
Yeah. Take good care of her. See you later, Cinnamon.
That's not going to end well.
Why would you say that?
I want that adventure. I want the adventures of Scowl and Cinnamon.
if we now just all die like within this crazy well, like this is gonna be the continuation of the story. Is Scowl and Cinnamon's adventure.
Or even just make it a one-shot special thing.
That would be really cute.
Is it bad? I hope like Scowl ends up hanging out with Leora. There's like a whole party of the people.
That would be so cute.
Everyone.
Yeah, all those low-level NPCs we met.
That would be such a nice little palate cleanser. That would be so cute.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do that. I like that idea.
That would be so cute.
Istis is going to... Ulrin, she hands you a little velvet bag.
All right. And what's in this?
Just in case. If one of you falls there, I don't know what happens when one of you dies in that space for more than a few minutes. So only use these while you're in that. We're going to call it a plane. They won't work the same here on the material plane.
And what are these?
They're... you typically use diamonds in resurrection spells, right? These are charged with an energy. It's called... sorry, I just lost my note. It's called Phasrus. The energy is what you're feeling here. It's what all of you are kind of getting off of this area, this plane or this portal. It's also an incredible tool there, but it can have the reverse effect and dampen your magic. So just be careful when you're staying in those areas, and you'll know them. They're lit up basically purple. So if you stay in those areas too long, you could either gain extra abilities for a little bit or lose all of your magical abilities for a bit. But the diamonds will do exactly what you need them to if someone does perish. And you don't
we should definitely warn Volkar about purple lights. Like, tap Hazel and Charge, like, I'm gonna go check the bard and just... like, just run. Like, oh no.
Alright, I better go after Rexus to make sure he doesn't do anything stupid and Hazel jumps after him.
This entire party is just a chain of, I'm gonna check over this person.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, and while they're all fussing with this, Volkar, you don't have any idea what they're doing. You're just standing in a cave.
I'm like, geez, what's taking them so long?
You're like, oh, come on, let's go. Yeah, you're just...
Draxa comes out at like full pace, just like...
He's just standing there.
Oh, don't stand in the purple light. Oh, okay.
What?
No, Rexus, don't touch anything! Oh.
What? I did?
I like purple.
It'll make you not magic, or more magic, or...
Those are two very different things. Which is it?
I don't... Elijah will be able to explain, and Ulrin, I got very confused, but the purple light is good or maybe bad. Okay.
Car just
All right,
looks
wait.
confused.
Yeah. Elijah jumps after.
All right. Istis stops
you
you,
can too.
Ulrin. Did we
Yep.
lose Ulrin? Okay, I just want to make sure.
No, I'm still
we
here.
lost your camera for a second. I was like, oh no!
I mean, I only have your camera, Riley. I don't have anyone else.
No! Okay, well.
That's okay.
That's okay. Your divine magic is not a threat. It won't be under fire there by the same dampening or empowering ability. And she says, I was gonna try to help, but let me just do this. And she kind of almost like palms your forehead for a second, and you get a rush of information about where you're going. Yeah, you can now see through the matrix.
Oh, damn.
You get a couple. Yeah, that.
You know
He
Kung
knows
Fu.
Kung Fu. Yes.
He's got a
Yes.
monk level.
Kung Fu.
I'm now a monk.
Take a level in monk. She does tell you, you get a couple of things. Her imprisoned sister, Saloon, is down there. A remnant of her.
Saloon.
Mm-hmm. There's a power that's locked her away. Beware of the sentient myconoids who will attack anybody.
A sentient what?
The myconoids, they're the mushroom people. Mm-hmm. They're, at the smallest, about 6 feet tall.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'm quite familiar with those. We had those in Crackhammer, so
They're a type of that. The areas that are lit by the lavender light, this phasrus, typically have the mushrooms near it. They feed off of it. And let me see. Oh, and also that even resting in your pocket plane may not prevent the creeping insanity of the tunnels below.
Not even the cookie mansion.
Not even the mansion is safe completely.
okay.
Damn.
So you're saying that it wouldn't work at all, or
It'll work, but the benefits of a long rest you may not get everything. You may not gain some spell slots back, or the next time you may not gain full HP back, or it could work. It's a place of high instability. And your pocket
All
plane is from the material plane. It was made in the material plane. So you're layering negating factors on top of negating factors.
And what about our bag of holding?
I think that should be okay. But again,
All right.
it's hard to say. Your magic items and your weapons should be all right, especially Neuraxis's axe, because that originated in the first world. Shouldn't be an issue, but it's and this is it's not a one-way trip, but I don't know how you get back out.
Do we just come back through this portal, or
If you can find it. So you
Is
may
it
want to
the-
start making a map.
does this portal change places or anything
It can.
random like that?
It can.
Okay.
It's moved before. But again, instability. Just be wary.
All right.
You're also going to be closer to the to Fortubo down there. You may be able to ask for help.
Okay.
Be careful.
All right. I will. Thank you for all the help. We're doing the best with what we can, and I know we may seem a bit unorganized at times, but I think we've got a good group here, and it's the closest thing to family I've ever had. I didn't really get along well with my siblings and stuff, and I don't know what I'd do if I lost any of them, so I better get down there.
You better make sure that someone hasn't blown something up.
Yeah. Thank you, Estes. I appreciate all your help. Till we meet again.
Of course. Be careful. She steps aside and lets you pass. All right. Passing through the portals, just like passing through a cold cave. There's you almost expect this like big influx of power or something, and it's almost it's the complete inverse of that. It's very strange. But you do land in this cave opening. All right. So, what you do see ahead, it looks like a cave, you guys. I mean, the mushrooms down here that are growing on the walls, they're not mushroom people. These are just like shelf mushrooms. Look very different than anything you've ever seen, though.
They're otherworldly.
Wait, another cave. Yay.
Wow. Shade.
That was it.
You said it. You almost sounded like fucking Forrest right there.
Oh gosh. All right. So, I'm gonna put the name of that energy in chat. And anybody who's played the Out of the Abyss module will recognize this. So, yeah, there's been some things that have been slightly pulled from there to kind of inform this area. From what you can see so far, it's a cave. There's some shelf mushrooms. They have this weird fleshy, almost bark-like exterior to them, and they're just growing. They're just doing mushroom things. All right, so
what if those are the children of the mushroom people?
That's where the babies are.
Kill them.
Set it on fire.
Burn them all.
A couple of just logistics things for you all when it comes to traveling down here. So at a travel pace of what's considered fast, which is 8 miles a day, you will have a negative effect. It's a -5 penalty to all your perception scores.
Damn. So walking is harder?
Walking very quickly. Going at a real risky, quick, fast pace. You're risking not necessarily, you could be risking exhaustion, but the immediate effect is perception. Yes, because
you lose your track because it's really crazy
because you're winding in. Normal is 6 miles a day, and there's no effect. It's just normal travel pace. Slow, 4 miles a day, you have improved ability to use stealth, which that even people who have a disadvantage on stealth would be at a straight roll. And anyone who has, who is what's the word I'm looking for? Help me out. Who is proficient in stealth would be at advantage.
Ooh.
So, and also, what am I looking at here? If it comes to it, and I'm sure it will, we'll deal with the magical effects as they come up. Okay? And there are also madness rules in play, too. So.
Yay!
You guys are going to hate my guts for that one. There's lots of edible fungi down here, so...
Happy 2nd anniversary.
Woo! I felt it only appropriate, you know?
We're all going mad.
All right, so...
Yeah.
Where would you... I'll give you what you can see, line of sight, in the cave here. You get to this wall, and the tunnel splits 2 ways that you can see.
There is a purple light.
There's a little bit of purple energy there, yeah. It's small. It's not even 5 feet across. Easily avoidable.
Oh yeah, before we start walking, Volkar looks at Alicia and is like, So, which is it? Purple light good or bad? Nerexa seemed confused.
Sig, I think you're muted.
Oh no.
Mike.
Mike, where?
Hey!
Yeah.
Yay.
There you
I
go.
wasn't muted, it's just weird.
Oh, okay. No, all
Okay.
good.
Both?
Told you. And it just keeps.
Olrin, did you get more after we left? Is it good or bad?
Did
I just
anyone
know
pay attention
that it's probably bad.
to the ancient
I would say to
goddess?
avoid it unless you want like a mutation or extra limbs, possibly.
Like, I was gonna say, I think all of us magic people should avoid it. Give Hazel be the test subject. Yes, powers
it's
to lose.
magically our
Yay!
fault.
We get to do fun things again. Am I supposed to take drugs again? What am I
No.
doing?
No,
Let's
it
go.
was a joke.
Oh, I like the spirit on that one.
Just stick to sugar.
Oh my
Um,
god.
Now we're in another plane. I don't think Norax is going to bother to keep casting Disguise Self and hiding all the crazy, the snout and wings and stuff.
He's the mutated one, remember? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Neuraxis's actual form appears.
Oh my god, he's mutated.
You've seen
It's
it.
happening!
Kill him!
He's able to kill him!
When we're having like dinner in the mansion, I don't think he bothers.
Even when we're sitting right next to him, you just let your wings out and like push us along. Like
They're like full birds don't constantly walk around with like their entire wings.
I mean, I would.
Oh, it's so good to be back.
You guys are all looking at Neuraxis and you're not paying attention to Elysia quite so much. Hey, Elysia,
What?
you get...
Uh-oh.
Ulrin's passive is pretty high, and you're right by her.
Yeah.
You just kind of watch her hair start to grow.
She gets taller.
No, just her hair.
Oh.
Her hair starts
That's
to get
weird at all.
longer.
Is she getting old? What?
Yes, no. And
Well,
it
good
slowly
thing.
starts to, you start seeing, there's like layers of blue going through her brown hair.
That's a pretty rad look you have, Alicia. I like it. It's a cool style.
Oh, there we go. I
Oh,
fixed
you're,
things and now I see people.
You're here. It's longer, blue.
What? Can we just quickly walk out of here? Cool, but
All right. He looks at Hazel's like,
I
now
like it.
I'm not gonna touch anything, but I'm gonna go first because I can see a long way.
There.
Okay.
Alright.
like-
Wait. Wait, is it dark in here? Is there like
It's
a light
dim.
source?
It's
or...
dim.
Okay, I'm gonna like step in front of Neuraxis. I'm gonna be, watch this, and then I look for a corner that is super dark, and I will tell Neuraxis exactly what is there because I now have 60 feet dark vision, baby.
Oh,
Woo!
You're not the only one without dark vision anymore.
Yeah!
Yay!
Oh, I thought your
Now
eyes
Sid
looked
is the
different.
one.
It's like-
Her eyes did have a little bit more of a cat-like appearance, even in her her halfling form.
Yeah, I like look Neuraxis in the eye and be like, check this out. You know, that make my pupils go like really thin like a cat's eyes.
Oh, we're playing that game. Like leans right down, blinks, opens his eyes. They're like entirely red. The whole thing. Prestidigitation is fun.
Fuck you, I about spit my tea out. Oh my god. Oh, you nerds. Oh, okay. So,
So Neuraxis and Hazel are just having a stare off.
Yep.
What is everyone else
yep,
doing?
yep.
All right, I'm going. We need.
What did you have,
I mean-
Elijah?
I'm gonna actually create a map rock
Okay.
where we're going.
Sounds like a good idea.
Ah,
Smart.
the
Smart.
the responsible
This is a really
one.
smart one. Yeah.
Real
Yeah.
smart.
Well,
Alright.
the map isn't gonna be that detailed because I have low perception. At least map.
Would
They're
you
really
like?
functional?
Would you like me to make the map? I mean, no offense, but I feel like I'm better at detail
Yeah.
than.
Do it.
Alright.
Okay.
I mean, you can
Well, enough
both
to know
meet
we
Max,
need
and then we compare at the end.
That,
The winner
oh,
gets
yeah.
something. I don't know.
Ooh.
Whatever.
There you go. Map off.
Map off.
A map off. I like it. All right. So marching order so far.
I'll take the front.
Got it.
Hazel behind Noraxis. I think Sid will be a bit more in the back.
Okay.
Elisha behind Hazel.
I'll take the back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dwarves in the back.
The fullback? I think I should be in the fullback. We don't want our cleric to be the very last, in case of attack from behind.
That's true.
What's
yeah,
your
put it-
passive perception?
Ooh.
It's shit, but that's not a point.
You can still see that he's behind
You'll
you. Just
still
block
perceive
your
from
vision.
behind
He's
me.
not-
Alright, that's fine.
he's
Still hear things, maybe. Yeah.
Alright. Okay. All right. Fair enough. All
built
right.
like a door. He's just
He's built like a door. A dwarf door. I love it. It's a very good door. It's a very fashionable door.
A fashionable door.
Yeah, Volkar's very nattily dressed.
Yeah, I
It
mean,
looks
sure.
good.
deep
All right.
purple.
Deep purple door. All right. Which way?
Just like looks at the assembly. Like, just takes a vote. Like left or right? What are we thinking?
Left! Right.
That was confusing.
Great. Anybody else?
I love how you just went there.
Right?
Well, it's more north-south, but yeah.
Oh, so 2 rights, 1 left. What do the dwarves say?
Does one way smell better than the other?
Oh my god, do it. Do a perception check.
Ah! Yes! Yes, I can do it!
Yep.
Okay. Perception check.
Oh yeah, Hazel's back.
Hazel's got a nose, remember?
It's time to smell again!
Yeah.
Smell
You can do the thing with the nose.
Yeah.
Wait, is this Hazel? Yeah, it's Hazel. Okay. That's a natural 20.
What the
That's
shit?
Yeah.
All right.
You smell all the different mushrooms.
You,
Ah.
let me see here. I'm kind of looking at the map just to, yeah. North, Neuraxis is right, or left. I guess it's confusing. Hold on. This way, this way smells
Yeah.
like, you can smell almost briny water, like an underground water source, but it smells almost like salt water. This direction, however, you smell gas, steam, something.
Okay, so do we want to go the briny saltwater way or the steamy way?
I mean, I know where the turtle wants to go.
Any takers? Saltwater or steamy? Those are 2 of my favorite things. I'm torn on that one.
Great. Water in the floor or water in the air? Just great.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
Anyone? No, fine. Steam it is, and he just
That's-
sets
He
off.
starts, okay, so that's,
Sure.
that's south. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm the last in the line. I'm just gonna follow
Okay. Fair enough.
for
Yeah,
once.
you follow this tunnel along, and you do start to see Neuraxis steam vents in the ground. And they are just occasionally going off like a geyser.
Yeah.
So one will go off. You wait about 20 seconds, another one.
Okay. Just like hug the wall away from the purple. Like, no, thank you.
Fair. Okay.
Yeah, take a look around.
Okay.
Is it's the little things on the floor on the map? I
Yeah,
assume,
they,
where
it's
like,
this like bluish green water, and every now and then they just and they shoot water to the ceiling, which is about 20 feet above your heads, and you can see erosion in the ceiling. and as the closer you get, the hotter this area feels.
I hate it. Oh, I hate it so much. This is the worst. Why are we here?
This is the worst timeline.
At least there's no sand.
Oh, those were the good old days.
Do you know how hard it is to get sand out of scales?
Try getting it out of fur.
Hey guys, the floor keeps exploding, and it's just like.
Now, when you walked through, did you avoid this?
Yeah, like hug the wall.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't like that. That's not good.
It's that same vibration and energy you were getting off of the portal, just a smaller source of it, pulling at your magic, but not enough to force you to have to make a roll.
Oh god, that could be bad.
Neuraxis, I need you to roll a dexterity save as the guys are by you.
Okay.
As you're trying to dodge out of the way of the steam.
Oh no, wait, save, wrong one.
Yeah, dex save, please. Dice.
Oh no.
Oh no. Okay. You take a blast of extremely hot water in the face.
That sounds unpleasant.
You're going to take 7 points of fire damage. And you get pushed back a couple of feet and you bump into Hazel, and now he has a burn on the side of his face.
Ooh, that's warm. Ow.
Holy shit. Your face keeps looking more and more badass.
What? Okay.
That's one way to put it.
Okay. Okay. People, mind the vents. It's just like announcing over the top of everyone. Just like,
Okay.
mind the vent. They're very hot, and he just looks at his face.
He's starting to get a little blister where he got burned along his jawline.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go very quickly.
Okay.
And I will shout back. This might be a bad idea. And then he'll like wait for the
That's how we
like
roll.
look. He like looks at them, trying to work out like if it's going like a wave away from him. Is it like 1, 2, 3, 4, or are they just going off?
They're going off randomly, so take your chances. You have 2 directions that you can go because you're going to be bolting video game style. There is a tunnel this way, and there's a very narrow tunnel down here.
Another access. If you'd like, I can walk through and use my shield to kind of block the blows. That way, you don't take quite as much.
You be my guest, and he just like gestures at the.
All right. So I will navigate this minefield.
Okay. That gives anyone who's getting shield coverage is going to have advantage on a dex save. You're not able to block everything, but you can get a lot of it.
Well,
unless
if I'm subjected to an effect that allows you to make a dex save to take half damage, you can use your reaction to take no damage, interposing your shield between you with Shieldmaster. So
all right, so Ulrun won't have to worry.
Good old feats.
And we'll say that.
So I essentially just duck behind my shield and block all of it.
Got it.
The whole way, just oh gosh.
Yeah.
This is the
Okay.
worst.
So which way do you guys want to go? Because you can make it in one movement, in one round, essentially.
I don't trust that I'll be able to squeeze through the tiny gap at like full speed. So Neuraxis is planning to go like
up
north.
Okay.
Just do the U shape.
Okay, you can do that.
Hazel's gonna ask, do you want me to check out the tiny gap? I could probably fit in there quite easily.
Yeah, please be careful. You've just got back. Can you please? It's like...
Don't worry. You know me. I'm always careful. Sometimes. I'll be fine.
Sometime.
Okay, on 3. No, on go. I'll count to 3, and you know what? Let's just go. And he just like takes off around the U shape.
Okay. So you and Ulrun head north. Let me see if any of the vents go off while you're nearing them. Nope, rolling like shit. Nope. There's one that you can start to hear it gurgle like an upset stomach just as you get past it, and then you manage to make your way into this area.
Just go, go, go. That's very purple. It just like stops.
Yeah, it's pretty purple there.
Oh no.
Oh my god. Okay, so Orin and Araxis have skidded to a stop.
Nobody else come around. Nobody else come around. We won't fix.
Just like Looney Tunes, where you just run into each other and then you all fall in.
Pretty much. All right. Even in the proximity, Neuraxis and Orin, you both can feel. Now, Orin, it's not going to pull on you because your magic is divine, but Neuraxis, you can feel the charged ions just prickling all over your skin, irritating the burn.
Yeah.
Hazel, are you dashing? What do you want to do here?
I'm gonna ask Elijah if she wants to come with me to the small people tunnel.
The small people tunnel.
Yeah, we can go to the small people tunnel.
Okay.
Okay, let's
So-
do it. Let's run really fast, okay?
Yep, you'll have to run. You're gonna, let's see if the vents
Go, go.
go off.
Just lift the robe and take off running.
Yeah. And yes, I need Elijah to make a dex save. One vent goes off just as you
Ah,
rush right by it.
Dex save?
Dex save.
10.
10! No, you're gonna take steam in the face.
damn it.
Oh no.
Oh no, that is 11 points of fire damage. And you have a burn across your neck now that just hurts like a motherfucker. This tunnel is very small, both of you, but you can get in there. And there's a hole in the ground with a ladder.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Ooh. Should we check it out?
Yes. Well, we could tell the others where we're going, and then check.
Okay. Guys, there's a hole here. We're just gonna go down there quickly and check it out.
Wait, what?
Wait. Oh, we have the little communication thingies, don't we?
Oh, yeah,
You do.
How large is the hole? Should we come with? What do we? He's just like shouting at the ring in his hand, like, "Hello."
You guys are
I mean,
right
aren't we
next to each
standing
other.
directly? We're like 10 feet apart from each other.
Just like
Oh, I thought
feedback.
you'd gone through into the like.
No, we're
Okay.
I guess we're like looking into
Oh,
it
yeah.
from this
we're
point.
probably like inside here, like standing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just big enough for the two of you. If it were any normal sized creatures, you guys would be squished. Yeah, there's the ladder looks a little rough, but you could probably get down it. Goes down about 40 feet.
Why does this
Draw.
part of the map look like a stomach?
You don't know.
Right.
Oh God.
You don't know. You don't know where you're at.
We're inside
No,
a
I'm
giant
just.
underground
it
cow.
just
We just
hit
gotta
me.
go through.
We're like,
Well, now that Volcar has ruined my evil plan and you're actually in the belly of a kraken, the
It's not a portal. It's just a mouth, and we just dive straight in. The biggest mimic
I
you've
knew we
ever
couldn't
seen.
trust Istus.
yeah.
All right, so
All right.
Volcar and Sid, while they're Looney Tunesing around the map, what are you guys doing?
Well, I
mean, They said not to come over, so I guess. Go.
Just
over.
wait.
what should we do? Let me see.
I'm ju-
do I have
I'm
any?
just- I'm just gonna move like to the limit of the
Okay.
danger zone.
Yeah, that's about the
All right.
limit, yeah.
And I'm like,
Wait,
can we come over or not? Like, what's over there?
wait, that's not what I wanted.
What's going on?
I think Sid's gonna...
Sorry, I was just looking quickly at my spells.
No, you're good. You're good.
I mean, I looked to Volka. Do you want to run through the hot water? If not, I have a spell that can get us across it.
I mean, right now I just want to know if we should.
Yeah, what is going on over there? Are we going or not? Or are we turning into the other direction?
What are you guys doing?
There's a room full of purple and
Uh-huh.
small squad through a small
Small
hole, looking at a ladder. It's
The
just
shorty squad.
Small squad!
Small squad!
the S of the STD. This is how he knows who
Yeah,
who is who. There's like three.
It's absolutely the S of the STDs.
Oh my god! Oh,
Us
that's
We
why-
put
dwarves
the
are
S
the
in
T
the
for some
STDs.
reason.
That's why I was so happy. Oh my god! All right, all right. So yeah, because the vents, there's no pattern to them, and you guys are kind of decisions. She didn't say you couldn't go in the light, but if you cast spells in the light, you might get a weird thing happen.
Oh.
You know, in hindsight, I should have called it Small Terrific in a Dragonborn, but Terrible just sounded funnier.
It's perfect.
It's the best. Let's go down there, Elijah, and check it out. I don't know. Maybe we'll find something cool or helpful.
Okay. So, who's going first
Now
down
that
the
I have
ladder?
And now that I have strength of 6 and not 5, I can climb.
Yes!
All right. So, who's first?
Oh, have you been working out, Elijah? You look buffer
Yes.
than I remember you.
Wow.
That
One
little,
whole push-up a day.
that
every
little
day.
6 instead of 5, you know?
Hell yeah.
Show-
It actually makes a change.
She's only at a -2 modifier now.
Yeah, got
That's
those gains.
Those wizard
Lifting.
games.
She's lifting heavier books each day.
There you go. Yeah. 2 books at a time. Well, and what's your AC
tones.
now too? 15? Isn't your AC
yeah.
higher? Yeah. So her AC's
No, my AC doesn't get higher because of strength.
No, but I thought your AC had gone up recently from an item.
Yeah.
She's
15.
like a fucking buff wizard, man.
Yeah, we should just put her out into the front line.
Totally.
No.
Do that.
No.
Flashback to last session where I went
Yeah.
down in the first round.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah. I
man.
think
Also,
Hazel-
hey to everyone who's watching. What's up, y'all? What's up? Okay, so Hazel going first, or
Yeah, I think
Hazel's
Hazel's gonna go.
Okay. The ladders, it looks shaky at times, but you manage to get down there, and you land in another smaller tunnel that is... Oop, there you go. And it winds and then comes to a stop. And, Hazel, what's your passive perception?
My passive perception is 12.
12. Make a perception check for me, please.
Will this be with smell or no?
Sight. So,
Okay, then just a regular one. That's a 17.
17. Yeah, there's something carved on this wall back here. It kind of looks familiar, but you from this distance and the way the tunnel's curving, it's kind of hard to make... You're like having to like bounce around to try to see the whole thing, and you can't quite get perspective on it.
Okay. Yeah, I say to later. I think I see something over there. Okay, if we go check it out.
Oh, yeah.
Yee.
Okay.
Try and get out.
We walk over there.
You walk over there.
And
It is
look
a
at it.
symbol that you keep on your bedside table, Hazel. The symbol of Celestian with the half moon and the stars above it. It's carved into the wall. It's dusty in places. It's been there for a very long time.
I take out the talisman with the symbol and hold it against the wall.
And these doors start to open.
Ooh. I did a thing, Elijah.
Dang. Touch it, but you don't need to now.
I guess we should tell the others. Like,
We should tell the others.
Yeah, I take out the stone and like tell Neuraxis what happened.
Yeah, before you two
then
go
I-
on your own adventure.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I held it against the wall and it opened and it was really cool. Should we go in?
Wait,
I kind of
what?
want to go in. I'm on it. I've got to be honest. I really want to go in.
Oh god. Okay. I'll see if the others fit down the ladder. I don't. Oh no.
I don't think so, to be honest.
They could do it. It's going to be for the larger, for Neuraxis and Sid, they're going to have to squeeze a little bit. They may have to
Yeah,
make
how
a...
do you squeeze when you have a freaking shell? That's what I'm worried about.
It's doable, but
I'm getting scratched.
I mean-
I'm just making.
yeah.
What Sid could do is Sid could retract into her shell and someone pushes her through.
Oh my god.
That is true. We could totally do that.
Yeah.
Oh, I need that. I need that. All right.
I mean,
Okay.
if you
Okay.
get wedged, I can take a run up and just like push you the rest of the way.
I volunteer as pusher.
Fully like.
like Winnie the Pooh stuck.
Okay.
Oh,
Sid,
bother.
Sid turns to Volker and says, "All right,
I mean,
Give
it's
me
either
good
that or
push.
someone give me a pick and I make the opening bigger, but could take a while.
Yeah, you'll keep getting cooked.
Yeah, that too.
it will be fine. Give me good push." And Sid uses her shell defense, which is a turtle feature, and retracts into her shell.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So here's the plan. Okay, I'm gonna cast Long Strider on myself, so I go a bit faster. Sid retracts an inner shell. I grab the shell, carry it over, push it through real fast, and I follow in.
I love this image.
I love this. This is amazing. You guys, Ulrin and Neuraxis, just as you're like, what is going on? You start to see Sid just turtles in, and Volkar, pooh,
No, like carrying the shell over my head and then
Pushes.
wham.
I just carry.
This is the best thing ever.
This is the best party.
It's just like,
Oh my god.
Owen, please tell me you also saw that, and I'm going insane.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh my god. So,
Okay.
with a not too much difficulty, Volkar, you kind of can, like, you have to push on her a little bit to get down the hole, but she managed, and she just kind of clatters down. And Sid, you land, but she also,
Just pachinko in a shell.
basically, yes. Yes. But she also breaks the ladder going down.
Oops.
So there's gonna have to be, so you land, you'll have to, anyone else going down there's gonna have to drop.
Oops. My
It's
bad.
okay.
Or
I,
tie a rope
I, I,
or
I dropped
something.
down with a 3-point landing.
Just
It's
takes the drop.
It's a 40-foot drop.
Oops.
So if you want to make an athletics or an acrobatics check, you could try to negate damage.
To think I once had Feather Fall and changed it for something else because I never used it.
Curses!
Wait,
Oh my
what is
God.
the range on that?
Athletics or acrobatics?
Either one,
Touch.
whatever's higher.
Oh, balls of touch. I would have cast fly on you, but it's a touch spell, so I can't reach.
Oh god.
21, perfect. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Yep, not even a problem. He
Okay.
does actually
Nice.
3-point land right beside you, Sid. And the ground shakes a little bit from the impact.
It's really bad.
But like
for your
because
knees.
I used acrobatic, I
Gotta
imagine like
bend.
I slowed myself like grabbing the wall here and there and stuff, and the last like
Oh.
maybe 10 feet at most, I 3-point land.
Yes, I like
Ooh.
it. So you managed to negate the damage. And you guys,
Yay.
Elijah and Hazel, can now see Sid and Volkar kind of back there.
Hey guys!
All right,
Hey.
what about the other dwarf and the
Hello.
dragonborn?
Oh, you
I
gotta
guess-
get down.
I guess we should. Do you want to go first?
Yeah, I should. I'll probably need to go first because I don't think it would really mess with me too bad as it is messing with you guys.
I stand right under the hole, ready to catch anyone.
Nice.
We've
So
got to
I'm
try
just
and.
gonna
I'm
slowly
gonna catch
make my
you. It's
way.
fine.
Wait, where are you going? I thought we were going through here to drop
Oh,
in.
I thought we were going up here and see what was up here.
There's a hole
I
here.
mean, we can take a look around and catch up with them
If you
if you want.
It's up to you guys.
Can I like get a peek see down and see what is up these ways?
Yeah,
Right,
totally.
you take the top, you look up, and I'll look right, and then we'll go find them.
Yeah,
Which
there's a tunnel.
Alright.
More tunnel. It's very, very windy down here. You see some more mushrooms growing. There's an itty bitty tunnel leading back to the original room
Ooh.
that you it's way smaller than even the one that they had gone down to the hole there. Neuraxis, you feel slightly ill standing in this light. This phase rest light makes you feel a little queasy.
I don't feel so good.
All right, we should. Let's go catch up with him.
He's gonna throw up purple stuff.
Are you all right? Is it?
I bet I'm just gonna take a breather outside of. Blah. That's nope. It's just like
it's almost like a weird motion sickness feeling. Vertigo for just a second.
I don't like that. Can you just go down the ladder? I'll catch up. He's just like standing, taking a breather. Just like, nope.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait for you.
Okay.
I'm not the one who's under some kind of influence.
Wait, you're fine?
Yeah.
God
I don't.
damn it!
Literally, yeah.
I mean, this just did say that it would affect more of the arcane users and not really the divine users, so I'm assuming that has something to do with it.
Okay. I'm just gonna look. I'm gonna go quick because I'm not sure I'm gonna fit through that gap. I'm just gonna go hard as I can, fast as I can, and you might have to shove me.
I'll do that.
Like tucks in as much as he can, like sets his feet and just goes like straight line at the gap.
Okay, you're gonna have to jump down. There's no ladder, so acrobatics or athletics.
Just like all in the ladders.
Let's go down the ladder. Where's the ladder?
Is there enough space for my wings to slow me down?
No.
Shit. He just like goes just over the side.
Okay. Fair enough.
Where are we?
So give me that roll.
Skills, right? Athletics is much better.
Yeah.
Much better.
I had a feeling.
16.
16, yeah. You managed to you land almost for a second, like you maybe rolled your ankle, and you're like, no, I'm good.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
All right.
All there's no ladder, and he just like steps well out of the way. Like
All right.
If I see doesn't have trouble coming down, I'll just move aside, let him do it.
Yeah, like,
Probably smart.
Like, we've seen how much armor Ulrun is in. Do not be underneath him when he drops.
Cannonball.
All right. So Ulrun,
I'm like,
athletics,
I can lift 3 of him.
Sure. Probably athletics.
Okay. I figured also.
Oh, that's good.
That's pretty
15.
good. Yeah, it's enough. And again, it's the same thing where you land a little awkwardly, and your foot might hurt a little bit tomorrow, but it's not going to have an impact on like your speed or anything.
Cool.
Yep. So you guys are all down there, and you can see Sid, Alicia, and Hazel standing at the wall, and there's a fucking door open.
I just imagine Olgren like trying to slow his fall down and making a lot of sparks because of the armor.
Probably what happened.
All right. So
I made a doorway, guys.
Good work.
Yeah, I stepped through it.
Hazel's just
I'll join.
going through. Okay. I'm gonna just move you guys so I can grab all of you and paste. It's dark for a moment, and you all can hear through this. It's another cave area. It sounds like water, like lapping waves.
Ooh.
And
Like music to my ears.
there you go. Sid's right at home already. And it's not far. You can see this little bit of light. It's dim. It's not daylight, obviously, but it's dim light up ahead through the mouth of this cave. And beyond it, water. It's a body of water. It looks like... And let me give you the view first.
Ooh. That's a really nice cave.
So,
That's dope.
and the water is beyond it. And you do see areas of purple light almost coming down like beams where this energy is. So, from there, we can go back to that for flavor later.
Yeah.
The mouth of the cave ends in a beach. And you see mushrooms. You see, these are red, growing, again, shelf mushrooms, so growing on the walls and the rocks and the boulders here. You hear the gentle lapping of water. There are 2 boats tied to the beach. There's a tent, a smoldering campfire, and then this little guy. He, although he was stooping, and then when he sees you all, he stands up straight. He's actually pretty tall. He's about 6.5 feet tall.
He's not a mushroom.
He's not. Yellow-skinned, kind of pockmarked looking. I need everyone to roll history checks for me, please. Volkar, do you auto have advantage on your history checks?
I don't think so.
Take it with advantage.
Okay.
Being the bard in the group.
Yeah.
Oh.
Damn.
All right.
14.
26.
Wait, 06.
All right. So, yeah, poor Julia managing 2 characters, and there's a cat. Orange just got a cat. There's just a cat tail right there. Oh, kitty.
Aww.
Yeah, Volkar, you immediately know what this is. This is a gith.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, this is a gith.
Do I know which kind?
It's a githzerai.
Okay.
He kind of looks at you all funny, and then. Well, howdy. What's going on? Where'd you
Hey, just spelunking, you know?
go? Sure.
a cowboy.
Wait. Where'd you all come from?
That way?
Another world?
What do you mean that way? It's just a cave. It's not.
Well, there's a hole.
Yeah, we've been walking through caves for days. I cannot tell you how glad I am to see this one. Even though we're still technically in a cave.
He's really looking at you, Sid. Is that a giant turtle?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
More
a thing?
or less.
That's
Oh,
a
I
thing?
am definitely a thing, darling. Trust me.
No, it's not. I did. He kind of straightens his clothes are a little ragged, but he kind of straightens them up. He's got the scarf around his neck.
I mean,
I
you
think that's a person.
can talk. Your people live in frickin' limbo.
Now, Dragon Man, I've seen some of those before.
Of course.
Small people have seen some of those before.
Whoa,
Hello.
whoa.
Hello.
I don't think he means you.
Big beardy
They're
guys.
called dwarfs.
Seen those, but you're usually like kind of like gray skinned. So I don't know what's going on there. But Turtle Lady. That's
Yeah, the
cool.
beardy people that live on the surface are not gray. You're taking Duergar.
Oh, you mean?
Dwarves.
And he just
Our
looks. He
cousins.
points up. Up there.
Yeah.
Wait,
I like.
you're from up there?
Well,
Yeah.
up there, but in another world too. You know, planar travel
from?
and all that.
We're from way up there, like way up there.
We like
Up there and out there.
Mhm.
Up and out.
Yeah, man, whatever you say. Hey, you want some mushrooms? These are really good.
No thanks.
Yeah, here. And he
No.
he pulls one out of his bag. It matches the mushrooms, the red mushrooms that are growing around. He breaks it in half, and you all can immediately. It smells like fucking bacon.
Oh. Volkar starts drooling a little.
I mean, they're good raw, but cooked is. Whoa, man.
Let's eat some mushrooms, you guys.
these mushrooms smell like meat. Nope.
Yeah, it's kind of what we live on down here. They're hold on, I lost my note. They're called ripple bark. That's what we call them, anyways. They're real good. They're real good.
They're called dinner.
Yeah, man, you better believe it. He's scratching at the side of his face now, and you can see he's digging at a scab or something. And Ulrin and Neuraxis, with your passive perception, you see the ends of his fingertips look like they also have healing, almost like burn marks on them. Like he'd been burned at one point, and it's all healing over. So if you want your own, you just go over, and he puts his closed fist, on top of a shelf of ripple bark. He goes, and then you do this, and you smack it, and it just breaks, and there's a couple pieces that break off into the sand. That's it.
That's the red stuff there?
Yeah.
Yeah, Volgar just goes over and punch it.
Yep. Punch it, and you get a handful of it, and it smells like bacon.
Hazel does the same thing. It's getting some mushrooms.
Smells like bacon.
Ulrin. It's not just me, right? He looks and he's like,
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I noticed it too.
hey, you okay?
Who, me?
Sir?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. You guys wandered into my camp, but yeah, it's all good. What's up?
Yeah,
Oh,
sorry about that.
You're, I mean, we got burnt on the way in, and you look a bit. I just
want to check to make sure he's all right and not like mad or any of that.
You make an insight check.
18.
18. No, he strange for sure. Little ragged. These look like old burn marks. He's just kind of curious about all of you. He doesn't seem off-put, and he doesn't seem mad or insane. Just a little quirky.
just, we're just in case there was anything dangerous around. It's like, Ulrin, is he good? Ulrin, is he okay? Like, keeps like.
He holds his fingers up, and they're all bandaged and been wrapped around several times. No, these are, this is old. Sorry.
There's nothing's gonna. He like points to the water. Like we're.
Oh, no. That's, I mean, there's stuff in the water, but it doesn't burn you. It just tries to attack you.
Okay.
I mean, water's water. It's, it's water, man.
Yeah,
I
nothing
know
new
it's
there.
horrible.
No, it's good. This is actually, water's really clean, so if you need to drink
Yeah,
or
please,
something.
please do not listen to him. He does not know what it's like.
Is it like salt
least-
water or
No,
fresh water?
No, it's fresh water. It's the best
Are
source
these
down
your
here.
boats?
One of them
Do these
is.
boats
The
belong to you?
other one was there. This is a good spot for foraging, so like people come here sometimes. The other one's just here, but I mean, if you need it, I don't think the owner's coming back for it. If he is, oh well. Hey man,
So,
you guys want
hey.
some more mushrooms?
Yeah.
Go for it. They keep, and you guys
Yeah.
watch actually the places where Hazel and Volcar have broken off mushrooms. They're growing back already.
Damn.
Oh my god.
That's some resilient life there.
Yeah, you just
Yeah.
you just
Hazel is giving the mushroom a sniff, and if she doesn't like detect any poison on it, she's gonna pop one of those mushrooms into her mouth.
You can make a nature check,
Okay. This.
which I think
Nature
you're
check.
proficient in now, right?
Yes. I'm
Yeah.
now proficient in it. Woo. That's an 11. Though.
11. It doesn't smell. It smells like bacon.
Okay. I'm eating a mushroom. What happens?
You get 5 temporary hit points.
Damn. I'm noting
Nice.
bacon mushroom in my inventory just for eating later.
So if anyone wants to eat some now, but just know that's the benefit of ripple bark is it tastes real good. It's a little chewy at first, and then once you get it going, it does taste like bacon, texture aside. And it's 5 temporary hit points.
Yeah, I already have
Bacon.
temporary hit points for some reason.
Since,
Those are
Yeah,
from
we also have
Sid's
Phil.
inspiring leader feed.
All right.
so just
Is it
add in-
still going?
Yeah, it lasts until you lose them or the next long rest.
Oh, okay.
So you have them for now. So yeah, just add another 5. Anyone who wants to eat some.
I don't think it's supposed to
Ellie.
stack though.
Oh, that's right. It doesn't stack.
But we can eat the mushrooms after
Yeah,
and get another 5.
we could do that.
So that's cool.
So yeah. He just kind of shuffles over here and he pulls a few more out and he plops down in the sand and starts chewing on it. So, where are you going?
Where do the waters of this cave lead to?
And he points over his shoulder to that just vast open expanse. It's an ocean, so kind of anywhere you want to go. I mean, if you want to see the map.
Water ocean?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, if you want to see my map, I can show you my map.
Yes, please.
Okay. Closest city.
That'd be real nice.
Closest city is called Lazina Cove. That we could probably get there in like, I don't know, an hour or so on a little less than that. I'm gonna buy a boat, and then you can buy a boat there, but I wouldn't buy anything there, to be honest. It's not a good city to stick around in, especially, and he waves his hands at all of you, the way you all look. You're kind of fancy, and that it's dirt poor there, so unless you want your pockets picked, yeah.
Have you
Hazel,
always lived underground here?
Who, me?
Yeah.
This is considered underground?
Yeah. I mean, there's rock above us, right?
Well, yeah, but I mean, I don't know
So
what's up there.
Yeah, what's it? I mean, there's ground somewhere up there, with the sky above. And
Yeah, but I've never been there,
underground.
so maybe, I guess.
So yes, then.
Sure.
Huh.
Sure, man.
That's interesting.
Hazel walks up to him and shows him the talisman with the symbol and asks him if he's ever seen this before or if it has any meaning to him.
Yeah, it's Celestian.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
Do you know where we can find him?
I mean, he's not alive. He died a
Is
long
there,
time
like-
ago.
Is there like a special place dedicated to him or something? Like a tomb or a temple or something like
There's
that?
a couple temples. I mean, pretty much every city down in this area. This part of the abyss has like a statue or a little memorial to Celestian. Yeah, because everyone digs the Oracle of the Yellow-Eyed Hunter, right? It's all good. Hey, you want to see my map?
Did you just call this place the
Yeah.
Abyss?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take a look at this map while
Yeah,
we start
sure.
talking.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm guessing he doesn't mean the planar abyss.
No.
Okay,
No.
that's fine.
Hold on, send my other rope. And he runs into his tent, and
We'd have the demons already if it
No.
was.
you hear him shuffling around in the tent, and okay, there it is. And he pulls out, and he brings out a satchel, like a leather satchel, and he no, not that. Oh no, here we go. I took it from somebody. Well, I found it because he was looking for Celestian's gift. And this guy was marking places. So here's your map. You're way down here. Way down here.
Whoa.
Way down here.
This is dope. This is
And-
a huge map.
Lazina Cove is up just a little bit. And then there's all this stuff. Now, some of the names aren't right, because he was, naming his own stuff. I don't know what he was doing. But...
Do you remember his name?
Celestian gift. Huh.
Nah, man. Nah, he lost card game, and this is what I won.
Oh.
Just some dude.
What did he look like?
Some guy.
Was he small, like us, or like a dwarf, medium, or tall, like the turtle?
In between?
What's all these Celestian gifts marks that you?
Yeah, that's what he was
That's a
looking
mark.
for. That's what the guy who lost cards to me, he was looking for that
Oh.
place. So
Right.
he was just marking. Listen, guy was drunk and he was telling stories and shit, and yeah, So here's a map.
Did he say anything else about Celestian's gift? Like why he was looking for it or what it is?
Treasure.
Ooh, I do like the sound of that.
He's looking for treasure. I don't know. I mean, there's other places for treasure hunts. Like, I don't know that this place. I don't even know if that place is Celestian's gift. That's been a story since I was like a kid, man. Before that.
Could you tell us the story? Pretty please. I'll give you a cookie for it.
What?
One of these.
What is it? Does it taste good?
Oh yeah, it tastes really good.
He's gonna roll an insight check on you.
I'm telling the honest truth.
That looks like bad food.
Okay. I like break the cookie apart. Just take one bite. I'll also take one bite to prove it's not poison.
You go first.
Okay.
See, I was expecting that if it was really good, you'd have a bigger reaction.
What? Sorry, you cut out. What was he expecting?
No, he says, if it was really good, I was expecting you'd have a bigger reaction. I don't believe it. No offense, but you can keep it. I'm gonna go back to my mushrooms. Yeah. Yep.
Okay, what happens if you take a little bit of mushroom and put it on the cookie and then eat both?
That's wrong. You don't taint the ripple bark with anything else other than fire. You cook it. Raw or cooked. You don't mix. You don't know.
But you also didn't know before you combined it with fire that it makes something new and good. So how do you know the cookie will not improve it?
Okay, your friend seems real nice at this point, but I wouldn't have believed that y'all were from somewhere else until she started talking about mixing up ripple bark, and now I know you're from somewhere else because that's messed up. No. So
I eat the other half.
You eat the other half. I think we'll take.
But I still want to hear the story.
Yes, and we'll hear the story, but we're gonna take a little break. So, we're gonna do a dice giveaway.
Yay!
Dice. So I have a couple bags of mystery dice here, open to international. So if you are interested in winning a set, it's a full set of dice for your tabletop role-playing needs. Please enter the word anniversary in the chat. And we're all gonna mute ourselves, and we'll come back in like 5 or 7 minutes ish. I need some more tea, and I'm hungry, and we will come back. Don't forget and put anniversary in the chat. You don't have to capitalize if you don't want to. And we'll be back. Thanks, guys.
Yay!
Yay!
Are we back? Woo!
Yep.
Woo!
I'm back.
Nice. Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah, alright. Aww. Hey, Sax. Do you want some dice?
Looks like it.
Looks like it. Hit me up in Discord, Asax. And I'll get your mailing address and we'll get those out this week, okay? And I'll let you pick because I have a few you can select from. So yay!
Thank you, Amy. You're the best.
Yay.
Congratulations.
Dice, dice, dice! Yay, you
Dice.
want some dice? All right, so okay.
Asax's loyalty was rewarded.
It was. All right, so yeah, you can. There's a lot on this map. Nothing makes any sense. It doesn't look like anything you've ever seen. You don't have any geographical references. It says yeah. So I mean, you're like way down here, and Lazina Cove is just that way, and then. It's big, like it's really big. So I hope you guys have like you know where you're going.
Nope.
Oh,
Well, I might. And I like turn to the party. So I'm not sure if I've mentioned this before, but the Alloyed Hunter, who is like, you know, my deity, like told me that I should find Celestian's gift in the Underdark. And he told me that it would be in a maze, if I look at my notes and I remember that correctly. Yeah, and like one of these places is called the Labyrinth, and it says the maze engine underneath it. So
Isn't the entire Underdark kind of a maze? Or is this
Yeah,
place
I
more
guess,
maze
but-
than the rest?
I mean, there's a place that has the word maze in it on this map. So that is
Oh.
my best clue. I mean, I guess we could also go
Oh,
and check out the places the dude has marked.
That looks really far. Well, not as far as the place that are marked, but still.
I guess if we take the boat to up here, we could.
No,
walk.
yeah. Chittle. Yeah, it is that.
Do you know? Hey, dude, who does not appreciate cookies? Do you know anything about the labyrinth place?
it's bad. There's
Anything more specific?
there's scary things there. We we
That's
used
our
to
usual.
we used to we had to avoid it, and he points at this spot right here at Graven Hollow. So I'm from there originally, and our whole village is basically artisans, and we would leather, metal, fabrics, whatever people specialize in, and we would walk it or cart it all the way down to Stoneshaft Clanhold, because that's an old Duragar outpost, and they would then ship it. They would ship our stuff all along the coast for us, and trade it and put it on trade routes and everything. But we would actually stick to the forest over here and cut through here, because if there was a war happening in here, or if the Celestials who used to live in the labyrinth were fighting the Minotaurs or anything that was going on in there, we had to avoid, because that's bad news, man.
Do you know if there is like a temple to Celestian at labyrinth?
Yeah, but there's one in Graven Hollow, and there's one in the Dark Lake, and there's one, like, there's several. So
Is the maze
one is
engine
oldest?
place like a town?
no, it's not actually a maze. It's a labyrinth. There's a difference.
That's wait, there are lots, but which one is oldest?
Or like most, like biggest, most important?
Well,
Those
I
are
mean,
two different things.
Yeah, biggest and most
Alright.
important. That's
And-
like a.
Answer both questions.
Oh, both.
Mine first. I mean, not that hers isn't
Wait.
important.
What was your question?
It's
Which
alright.
one is
answer.
oldest?
Okay. Oldest
Oldest.
first.
Got it. Probably the one outside Graven Hollow. I mean, I haven't been everywhere. We used to stick to our. Well, Graven Hollow's not really there anymore. Yeah, Probably the one outside there, but
You mean the one that's marked Celestian's gift on the map?
yeah. But it's not. I don't. What is Celestian's gift supposed to be? Because if it's a temple, there's a temple there.
Right, you said there was a story about Celestian's gift.
Yeah, but it doesn't. It didn't really tell us what it is. Okay, so the story that you get told when you're a little gift kid is that if you're accepted as a believer of Celestian and the Yellow Light Hunter, like if you're pious and devout your entire life, yada 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 yada, if you're a good person, blah blah blah, then when you die, that's where you go. And Celestian takes you into his Garden of Souls and tends to you until the end of time.
Yeah.
That's the story.
So you become a plant in a garden?
Nah, it's a soul garden, man. It's just like little balls of light floating around, hanging out, being little balls of light, whatever balls of light do in the afterlife. Man, I don't know. I'm not dead.
That sounds boring.
You're dead. You think you care?
Good point.
Once you're dead, who cares?
It doesn't matter.
I mean, I'm not exactly the most pious person, so, you know. It's what it is. But yeah, that's the story. Like, when you don't eat your ripple bark and your
Oreo cookies.
Oh, man, I don't even know what that food
Come on.
is.
You will know what it
Hazel.
food.
What's it taste like? Without me eating it, what does it taste like?
Sweet.
It tastes like. Wait, you wouldn't know that you live underground. It tastes like on a beautiful. The light shimmers through the cave walls, and everything is great, and you just feel really warm and fuzzy inside, and everything's good. That's what cookies taste like.
Nah. Nah.
Non-believer.
I mean, yeah. So, yeah, anyways, there's a temple there, although the myconoids have probably taken it, so
Yeah.
they did
Right.
taste like diabetes.
We do not use the D word around here.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I love how Hazel is basically becoming a cookies witness.
He's gonna lose a leg. Like it's just.
Up at your doorstep, may I preach to you the word of cookie.
Oh, no.
The word of the cookie.
Did you have a moment to taste a cookie and hear about its virtues?
I have
Oh, no.
I do swear I have a pamphlet here. I can just leave it for you. It's really just fine.
It has a cookie recipe in it. You'd really want that.
It was my grandmommy's. It was my grandmama's recipe for. Okay, we're getting off track. Never mind.
I imagine
Yeah.
the bake sales would be incredible. That's like.
Oh my god! Yeah, there you go. That's how you
Meh.
rebuild the claret order, Hazel. Is you have the most epic bake sale.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have the most epic Lycan Blood Hunter bakes.
Oh god.
Next thing you know, we have cookie lovers mingle.
We can make like werewolf shaped cookies and stuff like
Oh,
that.
sweet
Oh, it's
Jesus.
gonna be great.
This
It's
feels like
already
a,
starting to plan in her head. Okay.
Oh my god.
this feels like a serious misuse of Ulrin's magical forge.
It
to make
absolutely
a cookie.
is.
I was gonna say Hazel's gonna take a level in cleric and be the bakery domain.
Oh my god.
Resistance to sugar damage.
Yeah.
You've just done it.
I will never get diabetes.
Oh my god. Alright. So, I mean, yeah, the
Okay.
myconoids have kind of probably overrun it by now. If they haven't
Raven
burned it
Hollow, you
down.
mean?
And it-
Well, they burnt Graven Hollow down. They burnt my village down.
How aggressive are mushrooms? Have I
Wait,
been
the
missing
myconids
something?
did?
He's like,
Yeah, they burnt my whole. They burnt everything.
Why did they do that?
I don't know. And I made it down here, and I've just kind of been. I sometimes go to Lazina Cove if I can I've got something to trade, but I don't know. They used to help us. They used to protect us and keep us from the dangers of just everything around us, and we traded. We taught them how to read and write. And so we traded knowledge for safety, and then they went mad one day. I don't know.
What? How long ago was this?
2.5 moon cycles ago.
10.5 what?
2.5 moon cycles ago.
2.5 moons.
How do you have moon cycles down there?
He points up. Did you not see that? You guys actually can see there's a moon peeking out from behind one of the rock outcroppings way off in the distance.
Oh.
What the hell?
Cool.
So it controls the tides, and that's how we keep time down here. I've heard that there's something else that keeps time on the wherever y'all are from, but you only hear stories, and the travelers that come through don't. I don't always believe them, so.
It's hard to explain.
Yeah, I get that. So yeah, we're just here. I don't know, but yeah, if you go there, just be careful, because I think the Myconoid forest is still probably.
Do you have any idea, like, have they been using the fire, or because where we're from, my homeland, we normally fight these things with fire because they don't like it.
No, these things breathe fire.
Okay, now no, there is a mushroom that breathes fire.
They were nice before, but then they started going mad.
You all are starting to understand just how alien this world is compared to what you're used to. So a lot of your surface knowledge, your material plane knowledge, is going to not be applicable. You can still ask, but finding info and pulling on things like history checks is going to be real hard down here.
Yeah.
Because you just don't have... This is an alien world.
I mean, Volkar is understanding that because this Gizera doesn't sound anything like what his Earth they are.
Right, exactly. Yeah, he's totally the antithesis of...
Like, what the hell?
Oh,
yeah,
and...
He's supposed to be super zen.
Yeah. No, he's kind of like a stoner. He tells you his name is Oranith. I'll put it in chat. You can just call him Aura.
He's a git stoner.
Mm-hmm.
They die if you cut their... They have a head? What's the head of a mushroom? He's like so confused. Like,
It's
the
part that's on top.
you can kill them, right?
Yeah, but
Lead? No,
they're kind of tough. That's why we used them as guards. Because basically, if you see a bunch of myconoids, you're not going to mess with us, and then the myconoids...
Do you think they might have gone mad?
Maybe. It didn't make any sense, because we woke up one day... So I lived with my brother and my niece, and we woke up one day and went about our... I went over and got on the loom, and I was going to make another blanket to sell, and one of the myconoids that always came around and did patrols just looked at me and fucking breathed fire at me, and this is how I got... And then we realized they were setting the village on fire, and they turned, like, purple and black, like they'd almost rotted, and when it was bad. I still can't find my brother. I don't know where he's at.
Maybe someone else has been teaching them things that change them.
Can I check to see if his wounds are still like not healed properly, or like still infected or giving him problems?
Oh, that's a good question. Make a medicine check for me. He is a foreign entity to you, so it's gonna be harder.
27.
27. Never fucking mind. My DC wasn't that high. They look like the equivalent of second degree burns. They're pretty bad second degree burns. He's bandaged them up as well as he could, but him just messing with the sand and the mushrooms is probably not helping the healing process, getting grit and grime down in there. And he looks a little frail. Not frail. Underfed, we'll say.
Malnourished.
Yeah.
Could I, while he's like explaining and stuff, I'm just going to politely ask him, do you mind if I take a look at your wounds there? It looks like something's not healing right. If you don't mind, I'm pretty good with healing.
With what now?
With healing, you know, like making you feel better.
You can't have my blood. I'm not. That's not.
I'm not. I don't want your blood. I promise.
Wait. Why did you say why? Why did you say blood? Why would he want your blood?
That's
I
how
think
you,
it's the
That's how you
yellow-eyed.
heal. That's how you do that.
Well, that's how you do it without magic, but he's got magic, so you're safe.
That's how who does that?
Yes.
I don't know. It's not like we have, dedicated healers down here. Most of the time, they're 2-bit hacks who just, cut you and bleed you and hope that it gets rid of whatever crap's in your body.
Yeah.
Alright. Listen to me. Hello, it's the cool turtle speaking.
Yeah, I like the turtle lady. What's up?
Yeah, okay, right? This here is my good friend DJ, and what he does, he is really good at, and it does not involve blood in any way. He is cool to party, so he is okay in my book, so you can go ahead and trust him with what he does.
Literally cool to party. Been there.
Wow.
Okay. Alright. Who do you believe in and what do you believe, healer man?
Well, I believe in upholding the weak and holding your family closest and defending those who can't defend themselves.
That's the what?
Where
I
we're
think he
from
means
is
whom?
it's called the Allhammer.
Who's that?
For Tubo.
He freezes when you say that. You're down with the Forge Master. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
All right. He holds out his hand. All right. You get your thing on. Just do I have to watch? Can I close my eyes?
You can do whatever you'd like.
Awesome.
Hey,
Gonna
wait.
do it. Not looking. Do it.
Are we? Wait. While you're not looking, do you know what a tempest is?
She of the Lady of the Flame and the Sword.
Hey, that's the one. It's just like look at everyone like yeah.
Also, certifiable badass, let me just say. She's cool. And also a little
That's right.
scary.
I don't know why you guys are surprised. I mean, we knew that this is where they came from.
Yeah, but this is fun. It's just.
I think everyone just wants to hear their god and which one is the coolest. I think. What do you know about the yellow-eyed hunter?
Yeah, he eats people, man. Nah, I'm fucking with you now. He doesn't eat people, but he eats
Oh,
other stuff.
I mean, does he eat cookies? I bet he does.
Man, I
Well, I
hope
need to
not. Because
do some material.
that doesn't... Nah, I don't believe that for a second. No, he's cool. Well, a lot of people around here dig Obad High. It's all good.
What about Vogon?
Ocean dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ocean guy. I don't know a whole lot about him, actually. Heard some stuff. Priests talk, and if you're just kind of hanging around minding your own business and maybe you overhear stuff, it's not eavesdropping, right? Like, I didn't do it on purpose.
That's
What?
fair.
Nah, ocean guy.
Mm.
That's what
Thanks.
I know. Yep. Wave master.
Wait.
Okay. Are you fixing me or what's going on here? I'm not looking.
So
It's already done it.
Yeah, so I'll just say, yeah, I've been done. You look a lot better. There's 14 points of healing.
Damn.
Okay.
And I kind of want
Nice.
to take out my healer's kit and kind of bandage up some of the wounds so he stops getting sand and whatever the fuck this fungus thing is. Bacon flavored mushrooms inside of his cuts. So that's probably not healthy.
That's probably not good for you.
I don't think you need to be a doctor to know that putting bacon flavored mushrooms into any type of wound.
Yeah.
Top
That
tip,
goes in
your
don't
mouth,
put
yeah.
bacon-flavored mushroom in your wounds.
I was gonna say that has to be, dear
Yeah,
God
that's totally
almighty.
the pro tip.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, he just looks down. Whoa. Cool. Nice. Thank you. For that, I'm gonna cook you special mushrooms. Yeah. I'm gonna do that. And he shuffles over to the campfire. Starts pulling stuff out of his bag.
I'm also gonna take out like a couple of the trail rations and stuff and help him cook as well.
Okay.
And kind of make a better meal,
For us. Like a
Better than
For-
bacon?
for everyone. Well, and is this, what time of day is it? Just for,
Down
For-
here?
yeah, so like,
They,
is it
they
getting
have a
close,
moon.
yeah, is it getting
Is it-
close to
is
like
it
dinner?
rest time?
Or,
The,
Where
guess
is
like-
Sonic too?
the moon is high in the sky.
so it's lunch, okay.
So
So we're not gonna rest anytime
What?
soon.
What exactly is their moon? As in, it looks like our moon, or like, I mean, do
It's
they have a planet
smaller.
in here?
It's smaller and it has kind of
I hope
a like a bluish green tint to it. Yeah, you would have to ask someone who's not a stoner druid, probably.
Fair point. Fair point. You got me there. Yeah.
So you guys start to make a meal. You don't see any ships nearby. The waves are just kind of crashing against the shore a little bit. The tide has picked up some, but not a lot. Not like you're in any danger of the tide creeping in on the beach or anything.
Can I mean, Hazel, can Hazel go and check out the hut of the dude? Like, not secretly or something, just like, see if he doesn't mind, I'll just look into his hut and see what's in there.
It's a really pretty ragged canvas tent. But this canvas has been, it's expertly made. Maybe even he made it. And you can see where he's woven seaweed and kelp into it to give it a little bit more strength. Dried out kelp to give it that tension that wouldn't. And it kind of looks like canvas, like you'd be used to, but it has different materials in it.
Is there like a bedroll in there or something?
Yeah, there's a bedroll. There's a couple of candle stubs. You see a flint box, and you see a couple of, it looks like scrolls tightly rolled up. He's got his bag out with him that he pulled the map out of. He doesn't have much on him.
I'll take a little bag of cookies and just like slip it under his bedroll.
Make
Oh my God.
make a stealth check.
Stealth check?
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Hazel, stealth. Okay, let's try. Natural 20, that's a 29.
Oh my God, of
my
course.
God.
Jesus.
Rolling high when it counts.
There is a moment where you thought oh shit, I'm caught. Because he turns to the side just a little bit like he'd sensed you, and it was just for him to pick up another little bit of a different kind of mushroom and throw it in the fire, and the fire like hits and sparks a little bit, turns a different color, and he goes, that's how you know the fire's hot enough. I call that flame, oh shit, what do I call it? Flame room. Yep, that.
Yeah,
I don't
just
know.
place
It
the
makes pretty.
cookies.
Nah, I'm just fucking with you. It makes pretty colors. That's it. Yep.
Wait, I I have an idea. Oh, Ulrin, I need supervision. I have an idea.
At least he
Alright.
knows. He knows he needs supervision.
He can be taught.
He probably has, like, if you were to go through his bag, there's probably, like, a little somewhere that has, like, a list of, like, rules from other people. I should, okay. Like, we're where they're from, right? We're where the old ones are from.
Yeah.
Probably.
So, what if we try
So-
talking to the old statues here?
Are you
Right.
you talking about the little black idol things that we have?
Why would you talk to a statue?
It's not. He prays to. It's. I don't mean literally.
I'll take the Tempest statue out, and I'll just kind of hand it to Araxis.
Thank you.
Go ahead. I'd be interested to see what happens. I'll cover you if anything happens. I'll bring you out.
Okay. I need to find a space. It finds like a flat stone. It's like I'm not on the sand. I'm not... Okay. And I should probably looks around, like appears the axe, like sits flat across his legs. Okay. Right. We're here, like here. Do I have a spell? Do I do not have a spell. I think it just starts like praying, or like an approximation of what he thinks like praying would be.
Okay. What does that look like for him?
He's like sat cross-legged in the sand, like the axe flat across his legs, and he's got one hand like against the flat of the blade, the one holding the handle. It's like basically locked eye contact with the statue. It's like mumbling, like if someone were like Ulrin could probably hear him with his ridiculous perception, but it's like the going through the motions of like his sister would when she was praying to Bahamut. He's like trying to follow the same sort of like 'cause he thinks there's a certain way you have to talk to them.
Okay, I got you. All right. I need you to make a religion check for me. What is your religion ability score?
Very bad. Where? It's a 0.
It's a 0. I need you to roll it with a +5, please.
Ooh.
Okay. I'll just.
Religion checks made down here to speak to your deity will have a boost, especially if you have a relic of that deity.
Full world bonus.
Dear
16.
Tempest.
Yeah. Okay, 16.
This year for Christmas.
Okay. You hear it before you see it. It sounds like massive wings. And you all start to feel this wind buffet your backs. It's coming from this direction.
Oh boy. You just summon a god down there.
And when you
I guess.
turn to look, it's a dragonling.
Dang.
Lands with this crash onto the beach, and Orinith immediately and scuttles back. No, and freaks out. So he's gonna hide. He's like he's panicking, and it's a bright red dragonling lands. Tail hits the ground.
Maybe don't do scary thing in his place.
I want a little dude to put on the map, and I don't have it.
You know,
Alright.
show some courtesy.
So, oh yeah, I do. It's close enough. There it is. There he is. Lands on the ground.
Oh, damn. You got
Oh.
bigger.
Be big.
And kind of cocks its head at you, Neuraxis, and sits front feet placed out like a dog sits almost. And just waits.
Hello. He like picks the statue, like the little statuette back up with him. Like he's still got the axe in like one hand on his shoulder, just sort of very gingerly. Hello. Oh wait, and like switches to draconic. Like, hello. Can you?
You do not need to change language, Dragonborn. I speak common.
Sorry, I didn't know if that was rude. I've never. This doesn't usually happen.
You've summoned a guardian. What do you ask?
I get closer to Nyrexus and I'm like, information.
I work for the Red Knight, and we're trying to find Celestian's gift.
And?
We don't know where that is. Do you have any idea where that is?
Potentially.
I think
We have a
you
map.
have to be
Would that-
very
would that help?
literal with him, Neuraxis.
What I have? Okay. If I go and get the map, could you let me know the rough area? Because
I do not need a map. Stand
Ah.
back.
Okay, and he like sort of there's like half a bow and sort of shuffle backwards.
Okay. You barely get out of the way, and he unhinges his jaw and begins to breathe fire across the sand. In a very controlled arc. Like a cone kind of shape. And you see the sand burn. You just hear Orinith in his tent, like, mumbling to himself, like, oh dear God, what is going on? And
Oh, too many shrooms.
it's a lot. He doesn't know if he's tripping. He doesn't know what's going on. And the sand crystallizes and then cracks. And the dragonling gestures with one claw. Sweep it away.
Okay, yep. And he just like, sure.
Okay.
Just
I
move
like how
that.
you call it a dragonling, even though it's like huge.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's a dragonling down here.
No, okay.
Oh boy.
Everything's
Good to
bigger
know.
down here.
They have dinosaurs.
You also notice that he's bright red, but the edges of every single scale have black around the edges. Like they're lined and rimmed with black. It's fucking metal. It's metal AF, Dragonling.
Ooh,
When you
I like it.
when you sweep the sand away, Neuraxis, what is left is in glass a map.
That's a dope trick.
Wow.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
And it shows you the area of the Fard Rim.
Huh.
No, it's even further away.
So you're looking at this space.
Okay.
What?
That
Is the last place it was seen.
it moves.
For the safety of the gift, it moves.
Hmm. Now we even have more potential places to go to.
Okay. Okay.
Well, if this one's the
Right.
last place, it's the most likely.
It was bound there. But I do not know if that is the current location.
Thank you. What should I call you?
We are guardians. We do not have names.
In that case, thank you, then, Guardian. If this is, please give my regards to the Red Knight.
She knows.
Okay, good.
And he just turns and takes off, and you all get blown back by the wind. It's almost enough to knock you off your feet, but not quite. And he disappears into the clouds and becomes nothing but shadow for a moment, and then is gone.
And Volker is like, next time we call mine.
I didn't think that would.
I mean, that was pretty awesome.
That was super dope.
As soon as he is gone, the map is gone as well, and it melts into the sand, leaving nothing but a sticky pile of molten hot sand.
I'm gonna mark where it was on, like, the map that
Okay.
that dude handed us. Just kind of circle that area and kind of.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna call out to the kid stoner and like, it's okay, he's gone. Sorry about your sand.
That's a big dragon! That was a dragon! That was a dragon.
It's colleague of mine.
What?
I guess it is.
Yeah.
We work for the same thing.
Whoa.
He
Uh-huh.
called the guardian of the Red Knight. That's what it was.
Okay, he just like holds the axe, not like he's pointing at him, but he's just like familiar, maybe. The story, the 3
Yeah.
rubies.
Yeah. Shit. Oh. Okay. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Yep. This is a weird fucking day. I need to sit down. He sort of like falls into the sand a little bit. That.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Oh. Wait a second.
Hey, you'll have stories to tell.
Wait a second. Wait a second. Oh. You're them.
That depends entirely on who you mean by them.
You're them.
We're the STDs.
Come on, we talked about this. He's like,
Yeah, and I'm sticking with it. It's our name, and we should be proud of it. And plus, I didn't to say it in a while, so there you have it. I agree with her. I like it.
Oh god.
You're them.
Who's them?
I mean, obviously he's talking about them. Us. You know.
Yeah, but like, why? Where do you know us from? Why are you like, you are them?
Yeah, in a very ominous voice. What's the story, bro?
Stop! Quit making me break. He almost turns. If a gift could turn ashen, that is what his face looks like right now. It like all the color has drained from his face. You're the clerics.
I'm not a cleric. He's
You
the
look
cleric.
It would
different.
be more accurate
not
to say
a
that we
cleric.
were the cleric.
yeah.
You went missing like.
Yeah, and we were
hundreds
incarnated
of
in the
years
other
ago.
worlds we're talking about, you know?
That's
Yeah.
That's confusing. And
Yeah.
also, he keeps rubbing his eyes and looking at you all and going, nope, still there.
We're totally there. We reincarnated. We forgot a lot of things, and we were reincarnated in the wrong world or another world, whatever. And now we're coming here looking for answers.
Oh, that's a hell of a
the thing.
trip. That's a trip.
Yeah. It is.
And I'm just along for the ride.
I was gonna say because
that is just yes.
Excuse me.
Just
Excuse me. What did you mean by just?
Well, you're not a. We're a. And you're.
Choose your next words very carefully.
Uh-oh.
Hazel.
Oh, it's okay. Like the Rexus is a good guy. Just sometimes he I don't know, says things and trips over his words a little bit. But I can tell that he likes you. We'll see about that.
Oh, Hazel. She's a water captain, like I'm a land captain. I think.
You do know I know what a ship is and the captain of a ship. You don't need to call it a water captain.
I don't. That's not what I.
I have seen ships before,
just digging the Rexus.
Nah, I'm just pulling your leg. That's dope.
All right, Geth. What do you know? He just looks at him like.
Wow.
Hey, man. I was just collecting mushrooms and you came into my mushroom camp, okay?
Don't mind the dragon.
Okay, do you want to go to the cove or not?
Yeah, that'd
I
be
can
great.
take you there. Okay, but someone's gonna have to row the other boat.
Sure, no problem.
Oh, I will take care of that. Or at least I will commandeer the rowing, because that is what
There you go. I was gonna say you're gonna captain the rowing. Yeah.
I'm gonna captain the row. I'm not gonna row. I'm not going to row myself.
I'm also not going to row.
Oh,
If you want to get to the other
get
side.
out of the way.
I'm
Volcar
gonna-
I
and
will row a boat. I'm gonna row.
So I can row one because this is my boat, and I know how she handles. She's a little tempestuous, and I can guide you, and we can avoid most of Kragor's teeth. We can get around most of it. Sorry, Kralbor's teeth. I did the wrong thing there. Kralbor's teeth. There. Yeah. I think we'll. I can take. Okay, so one of the little ones is getting in with me. I can probably take the other two then, because. Yeah.
Wait, the two fully armored, clump forward.
No, it's okay. The boat can take it. It'll be all right. So he kind of rolls up his tent and puts the fire out and does all that.
I'm going to suggest you three sit at the back.
It's a tight fit, and he has to. It's a rowboat, so whoever's rowing has to be in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's me.
All right.
Oh,
so
okay.
Volkar's gonna roll. Ulrin, which boat do you want to get in? It's about even spread right now, so the one that Hazel's in probably is a little heavier, but
Is a little what?
heavier.
I'll
'cause we
get
got a big
in this
turtle.
one
Right.
just
Okay.
to divvy up the weight evenly, and we don't.
Got it.
You take the back.
Maybe we swap Hazel for Naraxis or something. Or are we gonna sink if we do that?
Yeah, we probably shouldn't. I think that this boat will be too heavy.
You guys can do what you need to. I can tell you that the boats are pretty sturdy.
Whatever works.
Yeah, you're not going to be at risk of sinking unless something tries to capsize you.
Like a giant
Yay.
fish.
Not that would ever happen.
Why would that happen?
Why would that happen?
Croctopus.
You don't know. He does tell you, he says, okay, whoever's rowing the second boat, all right, Dwarf Man, you cannot stop rowing.
No problem.
If you stop, we die.
What?
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What do you mean?
because a stationary boat on the water is the perfect target for the scions.
The what?
The scions. So.
Okay.
Do you know
I
what
guess
it-
we don't want to know what that is. So
I can
No,
tell you
we
real
keep
quick.
going.
If someone drowns in this ocean and their body gets picked up before they can sink to the bottom, which happens sometimes they get turned into a scion and they're scary and they have teeth that go bah, and it's creepy.
Blah.
Okay.
Yep, and they like to capsize more boats to create more of them, so you do not stop the boat.
Gotcha.
Yep. So
Don't
what
stop
that
the
means
boat.
mechanically is you will have to use your action every single round to row.
Wait, what's that?
You will have to use your action every single round to row the boat.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Okay. You would still be able to bonus action. The boats move 10 feet around. Yeah, they don't move fast because it's a rowboat.
Yeah.
So, all right. Yeah. He tells you a couple of things as you go along, and you guys can you can row next to each other for a little while, and you set off for Kralbor's Teeth. And
I sing a rowing song.
Yeah, Sid is like probably knows it because it's like a sailor song, so she'll.
the boats did not move
I
over.
mean,
Row, row, row your boat down in the underdark.
Well, we're drowning.
oh no! It's too
Oh
late.
no! Oh no!
My
Stop
boats
it.
didn't move over.
Oh
We
god!
sank
All right, here we go.
already.
Here we go.
Sid is the only one who survives.
Happy 2-year anniversary, we die.
Yeah.
Swims away.
Hold on, let me get the boats because it's being dumb. All right, roll 20. Shockingly is being stupid. What a shock.
Screw this. I have
Shocking.
banishment. I'm out of here. Just, I'm going home.
Second. Okay.
Oh yeah, we can banish ourselves back to the material.
Back to our native
That's-
plane.
what
that
you
really work?
think?
We have to banish each other in the right order to get. Someone is going to have to be last and
Oh
take
my
one
gosh.
team.
All right,
No,
so
the last one just planner shift or something.
Volkar, I will give you control of this boat.
Yay.
Boats. 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 All right, there you go. And so he steers you into Kralbor's Teeth. Says, now, it's not hard to steer most of the time, but if one of the scions gets a hold of us, we might be in trouble.
Ah.
So,
Sid is up here.
yeah, and you guys can kind of maneuver yourselves around as you need to there.
Yeah, we got it.
Yeah, this is
Oh,
it's a whole
okay.
thing. It's a whole thing. Orin and Elysia is like squeezing the
Right,
back of the
I
boat.
Where's that?
He tells you a couple of things as you kind of rowing along, and you go through several sections of ocean that look very similar. They just have these rocky outcroppings jutting out from the sea floor. For the most part, steering around them isn't that big of a deal. Volkar, I need you to make 2 strength checks for me as you're rowing, just to make sure you can keep pace with him, because he's pretty quick. Swolkar.
Yep, that's my name.
All right, so 16 and 17, not even an issue, not a problem whatsoever. Both
That's
of
why I
those-
volunteered for this
Yep,
job.
it was good. Not a problem. And you guys keep going along. He says most of the time the stuff here will let you pass, but 2 boats is kind of an attractive target, so just keep your eyes open. I will have anyone who wants to keep a wary eye open make perception checks.
Yep.
And as you're going along, he does tell you that if something does get at you, be careful, because they typically have blue poison in their bites, and they make you really sick.
Psh, poison, whatever. I'm green. What are you?
Oh. So he rolled
24.
24. Okay.
Sid.
Oh, no.
rolled-
I'm not
Oh,
paying
Oren.
attention.
Oh, nice. Sid rolled a 22.
Nice. Okay. Okay.
Sid is right at home here.
Yeah, this is, and Sid, I actually should have given you advantage on a 22 is more than enough. Meow. Between Neuraxis and
Sorry.
Sid, you can definitely tell that there are shapes moving below the surface of the water, for sure. They don't seem to be getting close. They're roughly humanoid shape. They have 2 arms, 2 legs, webbed fingers, and strange kind of misshapen heads and tails. And Aura saw them too, and he goes, Scions. I think they're just watching us right now to see if we look tasty. You guys keep rowing. He tells you a couple of short ghost stories from the Endless Nadir. It's the underwater abyss that's supposedly haunted and shunned by most people. It's he calls it a city of horrors, but there's apparently also a huge treasure trove down there. Because the biggest ship that went down in the Endless Nadir was one that the Witch Queen once owned.
Did you say, Green Cloak, right?
Yeah. Evil as hell. Yep.
Goody.
You know, she's the one who actually created the Necro language. Most people forget that. But yeah, she actually, like, everyone down here speaks Necro.
Huh.
That's her fault. So I can speak this horrible language that just sounds like because I'm not actually going to make the words, because supposedly if you speak Necro out loud instead of writing it down, you're actually speaking a curse ever since she died. So that's
Wait,
fun.
she's dead?
Well, I don't know, man. Supposedly. But supposedly y'all disappeared a long time ago too, so I'm questioning everything.
No, we totally did.
Yeah, we did. We just...
But like the newer version.
I mean, we're not even the same people anymore, so...
Well, he looks like, he points at Neuraxis, he looks like the Dragonborn that are down here.
Well, yeah, he's special.
Cool. I like it. Throwback. Dig it. Alright, let's keep going. Another round of perception checks, please, as the boats move. And I will move you all. He starts to kind of steer this direction.
Sid gets advantage on hers?
Yep, advantage, Sid, because of your maritime prowess.
That's a 20 for Sid.
Woo!
Jesus, not even gonna roll. Ah!
Nope. No, Neuraxis isn't paying attention, thinking about the Witch Queen.
Yeah, Neuraxis rolled a 2.
I rolled
see.
3, and I'm also not paying attention.
3.
More
no.
strength checks?
Yes, another
17.
strength check for me, please. Full car. Hi, kitty cat.
Swolcar strikes again.
Full car. 19. Yeah, not even an issue.
I mean, those are very average rolls. That's funny.
I know, right? Who had... Okay, so Sid had a 19, Ulrin was 17. There's a couple of these shadowy figures, the scions, as he calls them, that are definitely following your boat. They broke off from the group and have now... They're staying
Sid has
back.
a 20, but that probably doesn't change stuff.
They're like flesh and blood, not like ethereal, ghosty, drowned soul things.
No, they're definitely flesh. Nasty, gross, bitey, clawy, poisoned flesh. They're disgusting.
Okay.
They have 4 sets of teeth. Their mouth just goes blah and opens up like a flower of horrors and teeth. It's bad.
Okay.
Yeah. But I don't think we look like, or maybe they're a little wary, because they're actually pretty smart, and they only pick off, like, the weakest targets. So, and honestly, if you think you're going to be on the water more, I'll just make you one of these. And he pulls this thing out from his robe, and it looks like a little glass bead with some kind of dried herb in it. They don't like it. So, I made this a long time ago, and it kind of wards them off.
Oh.
You all probably
What-
smell
what
like
is-
dinner, but...
What is it made out of?
It's this little herb. We used to grow it in the garden. Shoot, what's that called? Oh, we used to call it mage flower because the mages used to use it. And we would grind it up, and you wrap it, and it's a whole little thing, and it serves as a ward against some of the stuff that lives in the ocean because it stinks to them. So they assume that you're stinky. But I am with people who smell like meat, apparently, and they like it. Okay. Let's see. Well, let's get you up the map a little bit more. You guys are going to keep going. And I won't constantly have you make checks, but let's do one more strength check, a round of perception checks as the boat's near Lazina Cove. So far, you've managed to stay out of the way of the Scions.
Nice.
Boom. Just keeps going higher.
Damn!
It's not a nat 1.
Because you have a negative?
I have a negative 1.
Because you have a negative. Don't think ill of me, Amy. Why in the world would the... What? What?
Uh-oh.
Amy's in chat. I'm suspicious.
As you should be.
Baby. Alright, okay, 23 on Volkar's strength check. Very good. That's awesome. Sid with your 20. That's great. Okay, perception. Excellent. There is now just one trailing you.
Yeah.
They seem to have thought better. I have not rolled well on this encounter. They have seemed to thought better of picking on your boats. But there's one that seems to be keeping an eye. It takes a little bit, but eventually the time passes, and Aura's just kind of talking and on and on. He seems like he was... This guy strikes you as someone who hasn't had anyone to talk to in a long time, and he's just blah, 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 just on and on and on and on, and just talking about all kinds of stuff, and he does tell you, he says, okay, I told you Lazina Cove is kind of dangerous and a little sketchy. It's also where the Oracle of Bones lives, so you're probably going to be watched.
Sorry, the who?
The Oracle of Bones.
What does the Oracle Bones do?
Well, best to my knowledge, she runs the biggest smuggling ring on the coast. So, and the minute anybody that's different hits Lazina Cove, you're going to be watched. So just be aware of that. But the Cove is probably your best bet. Like if you want to buy a better boat, or if you want to try to find pack animals or something to go about the ground faster. I don't know how you want to do it, but yeah. Or
She sounds like a woman after my own heart.
She's scary as fuck. She's scary. She's a scary person. So,
And
yeah.
we're not. And he just like looks at him and bares the teeth. Like,
yeah, a little bit, but at the same time, like, you guys haven't tried to kill me yet, so, whatever. No, but the Oracle of Bones, like, and again, it could be a whole, trying to make herself seem scary by spreading word around that she is scary. I don't know. I don't play mind games. They hurt my brain.
right.
Let's go to the Cove. Let's do it. And he eventually rows you into a very decrepit dock. That looks rough. So everything here is squalor. Let me actually move that over appropriately. Everything here is rough. The door frames sag. A lot of the door frames have been actually dislocated from the walls of the buildings. Splintered timbers all over the dock. Rotting boardwalks. And the water here is clear, just like the rest of the ocean. But what is washing up on the shore is just dead fish and kelp. And it smells awful. There is nothing appealing about this place at all.
Great. Just great.
Oh, I've been to worse places.
Disguise self. What?
I haven't. This kind of place is no good for shows.
This is like, I think, he said that this was where like the poorer people are, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that we might get pockets picked or whatever.
Yes.
Do we have a copy of the map? Like, as in like,
We have
as
the
if,
map.
like
He
his
gave
map.
us-
Did he give us the map?
He did not.
Oh, he took it
Right.
back.
Maybe
Okay.
maybe Elijah or someone could like copy it onto a piece of paper
Yeah.
if he doesn't want to give it to us.
One
So
of
we
your
have it.
plethora of books.
He goes, well, I could copy it, or if you need a guide, I can go with you.
Oh, neat.
Well, you willing to come with us all the way?
I mean, thing is, I it's kind of selfish, but I really want to try to find my brother. And
No, that's not selfish at all. I mean,
Yeah.
he's been missing,
That's-
and
No, that's great.
That's
We'll help
precisely
you.
the opposite. You want to help someone else.
well,
Yeah.
I'm doing it for my own purposes, but you
well,
guys.
you're
have-
saying you're doing it for you instead of for us, but you're really
Yeah.
doing it for your brother, so
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah, they're.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
Okay,
You're welcome
yeah,
to come with us.
great. I can
Yeah.
fight. I know how to fight. I can cast spells, and
Ooh.
I can help out with navigating some places. Like I said, I haven't been everywhere in the abyss, but I can point you in the right direction, or at the very least, I can figure out how to help you barter with locals or anything. So maybe that's helpful.
Yeah, would be.
And if you
Yeah.
don't
That's
mind
very
me
helpful.
asking around, if while I ask around for my brother everywhere we go, then I figure
Yeah. What
works for me.
What is your brother's name? What is your brother's name?
Oh, well, we used to go by Aura and Dora, but it's Doralith, actually. So Oranith and Doralith. Yeah, my parents weren't real inventive. Sorry.
Don't be sorry. It's your names.
I don't know.
Yeah, we'll
it's
keep an eye out for
it's kind of
Doralith.
goofy. So
Yeah.
yeah, he looks like me. We were only a couple years apart. He's a couple years older than me, but my niece is with him too. So I hope. I don't know when everything. Anyways, I don't want to think about that right now. Let's just go. The minute you guys dock, there are eyes on your boats. Everyone freezes in place and is gawking at the group of you.
Sid steps off the boat and like immediately does like a to the group, like takes off her hat and elegantly like swings it through the air and puts it back on. Like Pokey also comes out and like does like a bow in front of the people staring at them, and then he goes back into the shell as fast as he can.
There's hold on. Yep, there's one drow over in the corner. He was kind of leaning up against one of the dockside buildings, and he just goes.
Thank you. Too kind.
Volcar just pats his pouch and does the whole pointing at his eyes and pointing at the crowd like, I'm watching you. Don't you fucking dare.
I think Diraxis takes his cue from that with Volcar, and he's just like giving everyone the mad dog. Like, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Like,
Not Dragon Ball face.
yeah. Just a 6'6" armored, like, come on then. You wanna go, like, who's gonna be first? Who's gonna be first?
I'm gonna have one of the two of you make an intimidation check, just for shits and giggles.
While they're
Please
doing
let
that,
me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
turn
go
to
for it.
Oranith and so Oranith, do you have any like combat skills or any like weapons or any like specialty?
Yeah, I can cast spells.
So do you not use like a sword or a crossbow or anything?
Oh, I mean, I got this. And he reaches into his robes and he pulls out a stick about this big. And shows you, and he goes, oh, no, watch. And he does this real quick, like, motion with his arm, and it turns into a wooden staff.
Ooh.
And it's got a bright greenish, purplish crystal on top of it.
Magic stick.
Right.
Convenient.
But,
Neat.
disguising it, and then he shakes it again, and it shrinks back down into what just looks like a stick. it keeps it
Gotcha.
from people from taking it. I know a few tricks. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I can do, and I can heal too. But I don't know how well my healing magic works on all of you. Guess we're gonna find out.
Yep.
Because you
Okay,
all
yeah,
look
we
like
did.
a rough and tumble group.
I like. Wait. Who am I? This is Sid speaking. I like your style, Oralif. After we find your family, I might have a spot for you on my ship.
Really?
Yeah.
I always did want to
If you
sail.
want it. Yes.
I always did want to sail. Okay. All right. I'll think about it. Many thanks, Captain.
Excellent. Oh, you know it.
All right. So you have arrived in Lazina Cove, and I think we'll stop there. We can pick back up here in a couple of weeks.
Yay!
Yay!
I survived.
Woo! Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
We're so glad you're here,
Yay.
Volcar.
We're not dead.
We're not dead.
Yeah.
Nope. You actually got through that. There was a potential encounter there, and now you know for sure that there are things in the water. So every time you go out on the water, you will have to take that into consideration.
Yeah. The more you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But yeah.
I just want to say I'm so excited to explore this place. Like first it was like, oh, okay, cool, we're exploring more. Now it's, oh, there's this whole open world like now with like a shit ton of places just underground and like cities and stuff. Like I don't know, I found it so cool. Like looking at the map and going like, oh my god, look at all of these places. It's no longer just caves. And
Right. There was an end game, I swear. There was a point to all of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's thank you all for joining us. Really appreciate it. The Underdank. Oh my god.
The Underdank, man. Oh shit!
Yeah.
It's purple clouds everywhere, man.
It's where all the
Dang.
underground dank memes come from.
Bro.
Where the best
Yeah.
shrooms grow.
Yeah, this place is so cool, Hallie. I love it.
Yay! I'm so
Yeah,
glad.
it's pretty cool.
I'm excited to be able to use Out of the Abyss, which I've been wanting to use for a really long time, and kind of adapt it for our own purposes.
It's fun.
It's fun. Yeah, it's fun. So I'm excited about it. Obviously, things are going to be a little different from that module, but
Yeah.
And this is Skullport. Of course, it's Skullport, but I had to use it for it.
I mean, I don't know the module at all, so.
It's a good module. It's a good module.
It's great. The
Yeah.
beginning is weird, but
The
it's
beginning
great.
is weird, but it's pretty good.
The actual adventure is amazing.
Yeah.
The beginning is like what?
Yeah. So, thank you.
Happy second anniversary.
Happy 2-year anniversary. Oh my
Here's to 2 more years.
Yay.
More than that.
Only two.
Only
Only
two.
two.
That's it.
Only two.
That's
I
it.
figure every 2 years will be level 20, so.
Well, you
If we
started
made
at
12
3.
in the first two, yeah.
You started at 3.
Yeah.
You're up to
Oh,
12.
we started free.
9
Yeah.
levels, so what's that?
So
4.5 levels a year.
well, and I'm doing the opposite of what you would typically do. You would accelerate faster at a lower level if you were running off of XP, but we've been using milestones. So
Yeah.
the milestones are going to show up faster at this point. You
Oh.
are in the last third of the campaign. Officially
No,
with
it's nearly over.
this
No.
with this journey.
No.
So
Let's do it.
I
Let's
mean-
filibuster. Let's do a bunch of stuff Hallie wasn't expecting. Let's
So
open-
Yes.
forever.
Yeah.
We just never
Run away.
you can't.
Let's just-
I mean,
and let's like
Let's just explore everything in here
Yeah.
at the map.
Yeah.
let's go to literally every place. Map.
so, and we are going to use the measurement scale on that map. 1 hex is 24 miles.
Yes.
So it is a huge area.
Daddy needs a stronghold.
In the underdeck.
I don't know about you, but I'd like to go back to the other world.
Yeah, I'm building one there as well.
Yeah.
God.
We need one on every weird plane or dimension or whatever this is.
Sure.
This we get to.
Why
Just
not?
go from plane to plane.
Demi-plane.
declaring war
This
on
will-
the locals.
This will be our summer home. down here.
Oh my god.
Are you sure you want to spend your summer here?
I don't know, it looks pretty cool so far.
Hell
Maybe
yeah.
maybe there are nicer places than this town.
Probably a decent bet. So thank you to all of you.
But real estate is probably real cheap.
It has been
That's
Real estate.
a fabulous 2 years. I really appreciate it. We have the second part of the campaign so far trailer that will be airing just as soon as we sign off from the game. Thank you to Amy. Thank you. Yay, Dice! I saw you sent me a message, so I will get those out to you this week. And keep an eye out on our Twitter. We have a giveaway live. The link was put into chat, but if it's not pinned to our Twitter, I'll do it right after we sign off. And you can enter that. It's open through the week. Ulrin has the Mighty 9 mini set. Look at that gorgeousness. You get the whole set. One person's going to win the whole thing. The
They're
whole
real nice.
thing.
I got mine, they're real nice.
They're real
enter and I'm
nice.
sad.
They're real nice. And then I have some digital stuff that will be to 3 other people. And then keep an eye out as well, because we're going to start working on an October charity game. And I want to talk to you guys a minute about that real quick as we sign off from Roll20 for the live game. So thank you all for joining us for a very special 2 years, honestly. Like, it's been a lot of fun.
Yep.
It's been a lot of fun.
an adventure.
Oh!
Yes!
Oh my god.
Ah!
That's my thing, dude.
Ah! I felt that in my soul. It hurt a lot. Alright, so let's premiere the second half of this. Both pieces of the trailer will be up on YouTube, like, right now, because I already loaded them in. I just need to make them public. So thank you again, everyone, and we will see you in a couple weeks.
Yay!
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. You guys hang on for just a second. Welcome to part 2 of our story so far with the Small, Terrible, and a Dragonborn party. Thanks for sticking with us.
The Altar of Tempus is another turning point in our story. The party never expected to find a lost and forgotten temple below Jaren village, and they definitely didn't expect to find it by Naraxus touching a small stone symbol on the wall in a fishing shack. But that's exactly what happened. Far below the village, a massive stone room stood in silent contemplation, waiting for someone who still believed to visit. This is not the party's first brush with an old god, but it's the first time they find out how tied their stories are to that of the First World and the gods who died. Tempus, goddess of war, power and honour, flame of the sword and shield, once had Naraxus as a trusted devotee. And the battle axe he carries, named Forsaken Edge, is the one that he has carried since Tomor Falls. It was once his life's work for Tempus's trusted lieutenant, the Red Knight, and it's in the Altar of Tempus that Naraxus learns all of this. And also my wings. Let's not forget that. I have wings now.
And a bigger face. Snout? Anyway, you look good. Really good.
Thanks, I think. In order to retrieve the sword Ahana sought.
Which was definitely evil.
So I was right about the evil part.
The party enters the mountain tunnels and finds a dragon, withered, mostly bone and bits of stringy flesh, chained to the ground. Upon freeing it, the dragon transforms into a robed, skeletal figure named Kaluth, who tells them what to expect ahead, namely his former master, Ralashaz, an entity of madness and pain who will challenge the party to play his game. Forging ahead, the party finds a set of massive golden doors, and inside, only a tiefling named Camion. Camion serves Ralashaz against his will, and the party manages to set him free.
Yeah, that's kind of our bad.
Usually, setting someone free who has been held against their will is not a mistake. However, in this case...
They fucked up. I mean, they did. Let's just be honest about it. We all witnessed it.
Let's not jump ahead, however. there's an ancient god to fight. The Maze of Relishaz proves to be challenging on several levels, pushing at the party's will and sanity. And when they find the sword, known as Grazchar, at long last, they also find the reanimated corpse of the ancient black dragon, Umbrasyl. And a woman only Hazel knows.
It was Camilla! After all this time, I went looking for her.
Camilla, held in place by the sword's power, was being used by Relishaz. This fight proved to be more difficult than previous ones, for the madness of Relishaz is fueled by cruelty and obsession. But once the corpse of Umbrasyl lay dead once again, and Camilla is freed from the sword, the party realises they're not free of Relishaz quite yet. Some spark of him lives in the sword, and his desperation to be out in the world infiltrates their minds. I would like you to know that what happens next was very difficult for me, and yet not.
He was a little conflicted at first.
Zariel, Naraxis' patron, appeared to show her displeasure with the Dragonborn's disloyalty. She violently rips the pact from his arm and abandons him, but she was never his patron to begin with. Tempus was, and so she remains his. Back on the road, the party makes camp one night and has two visitors. One is unfamiliar to them in his form now. Balchan, the uncorrupted version of Arhana's patron, thanks the party for setting him free and grants them a wish. A single wish. After much debate, the party decides to take a resistance to necrotic damage. Their second visitor is Corful. Corful has been ordered to take Grazchar back to the Strife Emperor, as Relishaz is a threat to his dominion. But Corful disagrees with this and would like to destroy the sword once and for all. The party agrees, and between their magical powers and magic weapons, manage to snap the sword into several pieces. With the task done, Corful departs, and the party decides to head to Kaimal. Ahana's journal tells them that another relic of the First World may be there. Kaimal is close enough to travel to quickly, and the party heads out. Camilla parts ways with them, stating she's going to track down Mizrae, and lets Hazel know that there's a larger issue at stake with the Claret Order and the Lycans within it. In short, the Order is scattered after their headquarters was attacked by Yuan Ti and a fellow Lycan bloodhunter named Quentin. She sought revenge on Quentin and heard of the sword in the mountain, thinking it could be useful in her quest.
While traveling, the party is stopped by a messenger bearing a letter from the Imperialist, who invites them to visit him near Dagger Bay, for he has a job for them.
Bastard.
It's a sensitive topic for Elijah, as she's been informed by Alora Vysoren that the Imperialist holds her parents captive there. Entering the glorious, glitzy, grimy city of Kaimal is an event itself. A citywide party is raging, and our heroes get caught up in the revelry. But it doesn't last, as they find a familiar tiefling ranting and raving madly about a dead god. Camion sees them and panics, fleeing deeper into the city as several guards give chase.
I believe we'll see him again soon.
Or, as you said earlier, oops.
As the party wanders, the head of the Claret Order, Teresa Dolomar, finds Hazel and brings the party back to their hidden headquarters. Quentin, a Lycan bloodhunter who defected, is being interrogated there by Teresa and her right hand, Jorik. Hazel has some luck in questioning the man, learning that Quentin deeply disliked how secretive the Order was and wanted acceptance for his Lycan form instead of fear. Disillusioned, he was contacted by a being named Mazui, leader of a cult that worships an entity named the Great Hunter. It's the yellow-eyed hunter! He couldn't even get that right, that jerk face! They also discovered that Teresa's and Jorik's weapons are of dwarven craftsmanship, specifically from the bronze grip metalworks, Ulrin's family forge. The weapons are soul-bound, which is work Ulrin has never heard of and can't imagine the metalworks being capable of. They spent the rest of the day exploring the city, and after a restful evening in the mansion, they awakened to find Kaimal on fire. Goblins, demons, and orc ravagers run rampant in the city, and leading them is Camion, or at least someone looking like him. Upon being released from servitude, the fragment of Ralashaw's consciousness took over the weakened and susceptible Camion and is using his body as a vessel. The battle in the center of Kaimal is ferocious. The party is assisted by Teresa and Jorik, as well as Jactar Christian, Margrave of the city, and Jactar's cousin, Sean Gilmore. Yes, Dead Gilmore. Jactar unfurls a scroll and creates a massive illusory dragon, which definitely turns the tide of battle. And the party realizes that they've seen another relic in action, the Scroll of Wonder. It's tied to Volkar's past in the First World, and now is with the Margrave of Kaimal. And yet another relic shows up in battle, the War Pride armor which once belonged to Naraxis. It is being worn by a powerful creature whose identity is unknown. In the aftermath of the battle, Ralashas and the one wearing the War Pride armor flee. Civilians fall prone to madness in Ralashas' wake, and the city is on fire in several districts. Gilmore informs the party that the Council of Taldore demands an audience with them and an explanation for the destruction in Kaimal. The council meeting is tense and accusations are flung about. The party learns from Yorick that his oracle has fallen ill, but not before she recorded the revelations from her sight. There is a crack in the world, and it is slowly pulling things apart. What happens when the world breaks? As the meeting winds down, the council gets word from a scout tracking Ralashas that he has taken a horde of goblins and orcs into the ruins of Torfel, south of the city. Now tasked with tracking down Ralashas and putting an end to him once and for all, the party heads out.
Tracking down Ralashas isn't difficult. And while in the ruins and fighting goblins and demons, the party encounters two tabaxis, 7 Storms and Lost Marble. It's me! I'm here! 7, a ranger, and Marble, a druid, are from a nearby druidic clan and wanted to observe the intruders into their glade. In the aftermath of the battle, 7 and Marble take the party back to their clan for rest and to exchange intel. The Druid clan commits some reinforcements to the fight against Ralashas, and 7 and Marble go along as well. The door into the ruins is blocked by a magical barrier, one that the party cannot break. Volkar's little purple friend, known as Boz, appears and offers his and their assistance to the party. But that assistance comes with a price, one Boz is willing to pay. He and they were the god of music, revelry, and wine. Joyful chaos, gleeful abandonment. The barrier breaks, and as it does, Boz begs the party to forget the old gods and forge ahead to protect this world.
Volkar is definitely going to miss his little friend.
And with that, the barrier dissipates, and the final piece of Boz fades into nothingness. Another old god has perished. The road to Ralashas is littered with danger and battles. The party eventually finds the fabled Lost Road Inn, a neutral resting spot for any and all.
Lumping up milk!
And it's where Hazel and Marble invent this concoction.
It's like almond milk, but better, and comes from a giant nut.
It's a special drink, one we're still perfecting.
And leaving the Lost Road Inn and lumping up milk behind, our heroes find Ralashas and battle him over a massive pit of lava. Ralashas was their most dangerous foe yet, and proved to be nearly deadly as he knocked out Hazel and Elijah. The tide of the fight turned when Corfel showed up, and with his help, Marble dealt the final blow, ending Ralashas forever. Their price, beyond Ralashas' weapon, was an obsidian relic dedicated to Tempus, a well of pure power, and Ralashas was trying to claim it for himself. Once back on the surface, 7 and Marble decided to stay with the party for a while. The next step, once a long rest is taken, is to head to Dagger Bay and save Elisha's parents. Nearing the compound of the Imperialist, Hazel receives a missive via Barn Owl from Camilla, asking for her assistance in tracking down the cultists who murdered several of the Claret Order.
I just had to go. I knew they'd be okay. They had 7 and Marble with them after all.
And so Hazel departs for her personal mission.
But I'll be back. I promise.
The ruins of Onoa, where the Imperialist makes his home, loom over the coast of Dagger Bay. But despite the ominous air around the situation, the party is welcomed into Imperialist's compound. He wishes to employ the party to retrieve the history of the area. Books, maps, anything. From a nearby swamp where a sunken temple lays dormant. The Imperialist wishes to revive the area to its former glory, as it once was the seat of human civilization in all of Tal'Dorei. He also had guns. Lots of them.
The party hopes to do the job in exchange for Elisa's parents. They discover that Elisa's mother, Melina, seems to be ensorcellated in some way. Her father, Ordon, is not, and tells Elisa and the party what he can when the guards aren't around. Many people have been tricked into signing magical contracts, thinking they were finding honest work after being displaced by the Chroma Conclave attack a year ago. Instead, the Imperialist has forced them to work the land for his purposes. Like I said, bastard.
One of the things that Volkar had a problem with was, well, why don't they just kill him? Wouldn't that make more sense?
Probably because there's a lot of guards and we might get innocent people killed.
That would be bad.
Very. So we did the job instead. Hoping for the best.
And indeed they did. Heading out into the jungle, the party encounters two interesting figures, a gnome and a turtle. Eggs, the gnome, and Sid, the turtle.
Excuse me, darling, that's Captain Sid.
Damn straight, boss.
Apologies. Captain Sid. They're tracking a missing member of their crew, and they believe him to be in the grips of the Imperialist. Intrigued by the party and wanting to get closer to the compound, Eggs and Sid tag along to the sunken temple. The temple is one dedicated to Ayun, the all-seeing mistress of knowledge, and it held much for the party as they explored. Maps and history were found for the Imperialist, but the party also encountered a projection of Ayun herself and her predecessor, Istis, goddess of time and planar travel. The party knew Istis as Al, the owner of Tabernacle's global emporium. Revelations come quickly in the conversation with Ayun and Istis, and the party gained a deeper understanding of their place in First World history. They also become even more resolved in their task to recover the lost relics and discover who or what is behind all the chaos that's happened since they set out for Maquette many months before. They also found out that current gods killed the First World ones in an attempt to stop a catastrophe. It's a lot to take in. Upon returning to the Imperialist compound, they exchanged the history they discovered for the release of Melina and Orden, as well as the release of Sid's missing crew member. And so the party made the difficult decision to walk away from the Imperialist, trusting that other heroes might put an end to him. The party takes some downtime to handle personal issues, including getting Elisa's parents set up in the new stronghold in Joanne. Seven and Marvel do some exploring and training, and Ulrin heads out with Sid to her ship for a party. Neuraxis checks on the progress of building a new home for the Dragonborn outside Amon. Volkar goes on a tour with the Barnacle Bards. And we get caught up with Hazel as she hunts cultists with Miss Ray and Camilla. Once the party gathers together again, Sid decides to tag along with them for a bit, hoping that staying away from her crew, as hard as that is, would keep those who have been tracking her away from her found family. And as it turns out, those hunting her happens to be Neuraxis' adopted twin brother and sister who have taken up a life of pirating.
Ooh, tension intensifies.
And as the party decides where to head next, Tyrax appears at the stronghold and provides more information. Apparently, the Crystal Chateau in Marquette has suddenly closed to the public, and Vasselheim is calling for a Council of the Continents. The party's information about lost and dead gods and an obliterated First World has been shared with leaders of the other Exandrian countries, and this truth is rocking them to their cores. Vasselheim, the seat of the religious world, is calling our heroes blasphemers and traitors.
Pretty rude, honestly. We've done nothing.
Well, that statement might not exactly apply for all of us.
And so the party heads for Craghammer, knowing that they will have to deal with Ulrin's exile, but it is unavoidable at this point. The mountains call, and Ulrin knows he must return. And the Well of Souls awaits the party's approach.
I'm coming, you guys. I'm heading back.
Did you all hear that?
Hear what?
Oh dear, Neuraxis is hearing things again.
Oh great, here we go again. That's usually a bad sign.
It is time for the Sugar Goblin to return.